Okay, so here we go. If you come from another video of mine, welcome. If this is the first video you've ever seen of me, again, welcome. And pretty much I'm going to be sharing and leaking my 30K per month digital products blueprint step by step so that you can essentially do all of this. And what you'll have by the end of it, I'm going to share. And again, it is just a simple 20 plus step process. And again, as you look at this, it's completely step by step. And I'm going to show exactly what to do, how to set everything up. And again, this is the biggest thing that I've ever done. This is the biggest free course that I've ever done on my YouTube. And again, I might even be putting this into my paid course later down the line as well because, yeah, it's super packed with value. And again, here's what you're going to learn today. You're going to learn how to turn your knowledge, your skill, your experience, or your expertise or passion into a 5 figures per month online business, right? You're going to learn how to pick a profitable niche and create an offer people actually want so that you can sell out every time, not just create something that never gets purchased or never sells out. You're going to learn how to price and package your digital offers. You're going to learn the best platforms to host and sell your stuff. You're going to learn how to build funnels, landing pages, and capture leads online. You're going to learn how to create content that brings customers to you. You're going to learn how to sell in the DMs and actually close on the sales calls if you're someone who wants to do sales calls. Or you might be somebody as well that you get a load of phone calls and you don't know how to actually close on there and people are always interested. So I'm going to share how you can actually close on them as well. How to onboard clients and actually get them results, which is the most important thing, is getting results. Because once you get them results, everything becomes a lot easier and you can scale. So you might be at that 10K per month stage at the minute, which is fine, and you want to get to 30K or 40K, that's great, right? And if you get results, becomes a lot easier. How to increase customer value with upsells, how to automate and scale without burning out, and the mistakes I made so that you don't have to, basically, right? And at the end of this, you'll have a clear niche and target audience. You'll have digital products and offers ready to build and actually launch pretty much. You'll have your pricing and your offer structure mapped out. You'll have a platform to sell on. You'll have a funnel that captures leads. You'll have a content plan to get customers. You'll have a system for selling in the DMs and on calls. And you'll have a process for onboarding and keeping clients, right? And you also have an upsell ladder to maximize every customer and increase customer value. And then you'll have a blueprint you can literally copy and make 30K per month with, right? And again, if you don't know me already and you haven't watched any of my YouTube channel, this is me, right? 22 years old as I'm recording this. I've made £300,000 plus online. I've helped over hundreds of people online with my community group and my one-to-one stuff. £1,000 a day with digital offers most days, as you can see, 30K per month and stuff. 30,000 member community. I work closely one-to-one inside my 5FS, which is my 5 figures simplified, pretty self-explanatory, and I've traveled more than ever, right? But this was the old me, construction, working 7 till 6 p.m. every day, £1,500 a month, no real time freedom, and just no real goals, just basically living, right? And that was me, basically. And you can watch other videos of myself about what I do and how I do it, but this video is the most packed video I've ever done, as you can see from all the slides. But why digital products and turning my skills and knowledge into online offers actually changed my life, right? So my personal life now, I quit my job 2 years ago, so I've got ultimate time freedom now. Able to travel anywhere, obviously within reason, like whenever I like. So again, you can't just go to Dubai every single week because stuff costs, right? And sometimes you've got more profit than other months, so you can't travel all the time. But again, you can travel whenever you like, anywhere you like. Bought a nice car. Again, don't have a Lamborghini or Ferrari, but I bought a car that suits me and something that actually is under the insurance. Because again, for myself, I'm only 22, can't get a Lamborghini because I wouldn't be getting insured on it. But I still got a nice car, right? Which is cool. Healthier than ever, in my opinion. I'm better health than I've ever had. Everyone was able to quit a job as well and work with me to scale, which is great, and time freedom, which is the most important thing for myself and in my personal life. Business life, I work less and I actually earn more. I work by my own rules. I work with winners, people who want to make a crazy amount of money, pretty much, and live a great life. Made over £300,000 online, and I run a successful online consulting business, digital product business, and app software agency as well, which is really cool. So again, I don't just create digital products, I don't just consult. We actually build apps and softwares as well to make our business better and other people's businesses better as well. And I'm going to share a sneak peek in this sort of course, what we've built and how you can use it as well, which is really cool. Clients as well, so not just me, clients as well. Multiple jobs have been quit because I've helped beginners and I've helped people who are individuals, entrepreneurs, business owners, creators, you name it. But a lot of beginners, right? And multiple jobs have been quit. Multiple 5 figures per month from clients, 6 figures made by clients, which is pretty cool. 6 figures in under 3 months as well, which is pretty cool. So it's not 6 figures per month yet, which we're going to get to at one point. And hundreds of successful clients, students taught, and 20 plus YouTube channels help to sell info as well. So YouTube is really cool. And again, I could talk the numbers and not actually show you, but as you can see here, £59,000, £59,000 the first 2 months into 2025. And again, this number actually excites me more than this number, which sounds crazy. With 15,000 leads, if you're a business owner or like a creator or someone who's been selling info or digital products for a while, you know that 15,000 leads is a lot. And again, up here, you can obviously see my store name and stuff. And again, store name, £36,000 in 1 month. This was in January last year. And again, here as well, just to show the refreshing numbers as well, there's lower months too, which is actually in November 2025. This was a lower month when scaling, because trying to figure stuff out and scaling. But again, it was still £11,000 a month. And this is when I just moved over to Whop as well. So again, one of the months anyway, this was in November. So yeah, as you can see, that's a lower month when scaling, which is definitely healthy to share as well. Again, every single month is sort of up and down, but it really depends on your own work ethic. Sometimes I might be on holiday for a few weeks and I haven't set up systems in place so that they can run, and it sort of fluctuates, right? But that's just business. So step one, right, as I say, it's a 20 plus step process. And again, we're going to go through every single section on here, and I'm even going to share how to set up the platforms, how to create content, everything, right? But on here, it's going to be super simple in terms of just simple steps, step by step, right? So step one, we've got mindset. And again, if anyone has any questions, just pop them in the comment section down below. Always be able to check them out for you. And yeah, I'll reply to every single one of them. I run my own channel, like no one else replies to the comments. It's literally me. So I'll see every single one of them as well. So throughout this course, if you want any help with anything, drop it down below, and I'll even leave a link in the description as well. You can book a call with me, and I can pretty much help you do this as well. So I'll leave that down below. But mindset, right? This is why most people fail. Again, I've spoke to hundreds of people, and I've helped hundreds of people, and this is why most people fail, right? They overcomplicate it. So they give up too easily, right? This is just some stuff that I've seen from people when they come to me as well, or like why they failed and why stuff didn't work out. So they've given up too easily, which is something that you don't want. No results straight away, so they just lose hope, which is what you don't want to do, right? They have too many offers or funnels, and it just overcomplicates everything. Not just from a user point of view, from yourself as well. You're just not going to know what your offers are, and it just gets so complicated. And again, no self-belief, right? That's why most people fail, in my opinion, and that's what I've seen from my point of view as well. Setting rules and boundaries for yourself, right? This is under the mindset section. When you've built your brand and offers, you just need to set rules. So I don't know, no work past 9 p.m. Or again, when you're first building this stuff, like for myself, I've worked like way into the night to get this stuff going. But then once it's built and once you've built your brand and your offers, you need to set rules. So if you're doing client work, like are you shutting off after 10 p.m. and have you stated that to them as well? Like again, what do you want to do, right? So do you want to earn, I don't know, £20,000 a month and it means that you work less than ever? Great. Is it you want to make £6,000 a month and you have, I don't know, you only work 2 days a week, whatever you want to do, or you want to earn £30,000 a month and you don't have any team members? And that's the same for myself, £30,000 a month and I don't have anyone work for me, which is great, right? Again, like no phone after 11 p.m, etc. And setting boundaries and rules for yourself, like what's actually stopping you from hitting your goals, and what even are your goals, right? And again, you need to commit to the long game. So I always say this to my one-to-one guys, like long-term goals, otherwise you're just not going to have long-term results. And again, I always say to them is like, if you could get to 30k per month, like if you do, okay, I just had to change that real quick. If you could get to 30k per month, if you work now for 6 months, would you, right? And 100%, anyone's going to do that, right? Like who wouldn't do that? And that's why I would say to my one-to-one guys, like, look, if you do this for 6 months, you're going to crush it and you get to 30k per month if you actually put in the work now and you have the systems in place already. Again, if you build the foundations now, you can chill in the future. Obviously, if that's your goal, some people don't like to chill. If that's your goal in the future, then great, right? People always say, what if it doesn't work out? You've probably seen videos going around everywhere, what if it doesn't work out? But I always say, like, what if it does? So just flip it on its head, right? So that's the mindset section. So let's get straight into it, right? Picking your niche and you, okay? So picking your niche and you need to understand your why. And this sets up your whole brand and your offers, right? So picking your niche, the big thing that everyone always says, like, oh, pick your niche and this will work out and you can make loads of money. Right, picking your niche, like for me, it's come down to a few things. It's either come down to your knowledge, your skills, your experience, or your passion, or even expertise, right? And that creates your niche, in my opinion, anyway, right? So with this, you can now write out your knowledge, your skills, your experience, your passion, and there'll be one where you just go, aha, like that's it, right? You'll write it down and you go, okay, that's really cool. But first, we need to establish your skill. So that's your info, your knowledge, your expertise. And again, if you're already being paid for something, i.e., I don't know, to help the buyer save time, learn, transform their life from A to B, then you're onto a winner already. If you're holding in so much valuable info, then you're onto a winner as well, i.e., you help people lose weight, or you love rock climbing, or you want to help individuals grow on social media. Great, right? And again, you don't need to be 100% expert in this as well, and I'll share that throughout the course for yourself. So mine, for example, right? I can create and sell digital products with a simple idea. I can grow on social media with minimal efforts. I can scale an offer / coaching business to 30k per month. I can create content, which is actually something that interests me. I like doing it. Reaching customers on social media, which is good. So again, not just like going viral. That's great, but that doesn't actually make you money unless you're getting paid for views and stuff, which isn't great, right? This stuff you could get. The way that I teach is you could only get 100 views, but 10 of those are £1,000 customers. That's so much better than a million views and just one customer, which is rubbish, right? I'd rather the same customers, in my opinion. And again, I help businesses switch from everyday running to automating and generate cash flow the simplest way possible. And again, what problems can you solve, right? So examples of what your niche might be: fitness / helping people lose weight. So Simon, my five-figure simplified student, he made £9,000 in 1 week, simply by helping people lose weight, right? And it's really cool, just from a simple digital product offer. And yeah, it's crazy how you can do that. But travel, you might have traveled the world. Now you can help others. Sales, you might be really good at sales. Social media, you might teach people the basics of social media. And by the way, you don't need to be a level 100 expert either. Like I just said about you could have spent months, thousands on getting the knowledge / skill / expertise you have right now, and you might only be at a level 70 out of 100, right? But what about the people who can't get past the Pac-Man ghosts on level 0 to 70? You can speed up the process for them, right? So you can teach those levels because you've already conquered them, you've already got past them. So for example, let's say you're at like £3,000 a month, right? And you were trying to teach people like, I don't know, how to make money online or whatever you're doing. Let's say you make £4,000 a month. What about the people who can't even get past the £1 sale level, right? Or the £100 per month goal? They need the systems and the steps that you've overcome, and they'll pay, right? The same as if you lost 4 stone in weight. How? Levels, right? People always say like, oh, should I niche down or go broad? All you need to do is just solve problems with solutions. Okay, so once you've established your what and who and how, we need to do this next. What I'm about to share, steps 3 and 4, as this is 96% of all of this is online, right? All this is online. So for example, we're going to go over this next, and then we're going to get to number 3 and number 4. But yeah, if anyone needs any help so far, again, just leave it in the comments down below. And again, if this helps you out, just put that in the comments. It's much appreciated. And just click the subscribe. Again, it's a completely free channel. It's giving you all the info that I've ever had, and hopefully it helps you out. So now I'm going to share to you the power of digital products and digital offers. So the power of digital products, or selling info or a service, right? It's great for cash flow and building capital, which is what every good business should do. And types of digital products you could actually create for easy cash flow. So you've got courses, you've got guides, you've got ebooks, you've got docs, you've got templates, and the big one, in my opinion, going forward, especially with AI these days, is software and apps. And types of offerings that work really well for like info, skills, and experience or expertise. So you've got mentoring, you've got coaching calls, you've got one-to-one coaching, you've got group coaching, you've got courses with support, you've got done for you services. You can do it for them, but it's at a higher price. And I'll share more about this as well and how to charge for that. Masterclasses, you might do like online sessions like Zoom calls or anything. And again, I really hope this is like you're having a consulting call with me or like a coaching call with me. I really hope this is really good like coaching for yourself, and you're watching this thinking, yeah, this is exactly how I wanted to be taught. So if that is the case, drop that down in the comments. It'd be much appreciated, and I'll give you a thumbs up and a like on that comment. If not, tell me and I can improve this video. But for long-term growth and success, right, you can basically do all of this for long-term growth and success. Takes less time for the customer, which is what you want to do, and it takes less time for the customer to reach desired outcome, as the support basically does everything with you. You do it with them and for them, rather than these stuff. It's basically like, okay, here's the course, go and watch it. Whereas this stuff, you help them with it. Okay. The beauty of digital products: no shipping, it's high profit margins, so you can keep it high, no cap who you can sell to, and you can reach customers within literally hours. And it only takes time to create. Like, there isn't really a lot of money with it. If you want to pay for ads, you can do that, but you don't need to, because most of this that I do is like 90% organic. I run like a £10-20 a day ad on my Instagram, but that's literally, I don't pay for like any marketing campaigns or anything like that. Again, I could easily double the 30k to 60k if I paid ads, but at the minute it sounds crazy, but I'm kind of comfortable where I'm at. And again, you can help thousands of people from your phone or your laptop. So that is the beauty of a digital product, really, and digital offers. So like I said, that what fuels 90%, 96% of all of this is number 3 and number 4, which is target audience and basically figuring out what this is, right? The really cool stuff. So your target audience is a problem. And I'm not just going to say to you, look, understand your audience and their problems. Like, I literally can't stress this enough. But not just like, oh yeah, I like they want to lose weight, or yeah, my audience just wants to earn money online. It's the why. Like, why do they want to do it? Is it because I don't know, they are in a place where they don't feel confident with themselves, so they need to lose weight? That is the real solution, okay? And that's the real like problem that you need to be solving. So I want you to write out as many problems your audience faces, so we can create an offer and solutions, i.e. digital products / mentorship, and content from their problems, right? So dads in their 40s who want to lose weight, these could be their problems, right? They might not have any time to work out. They might not have any confidence in the gym, perhaps. They don't even know what to use in the gym. They're not sure what to actually do, i.e. exercises. They don't know how to diet. It doesn't want to eat healthy, so it might even have like unhealthy options that's going to help them lose weight. They want results fast, and they want to be more fit and energetic, right? There might be some audience problems for that category. or up and coming entrepreneurs who need to control their finances, so they've got more money than they know what to do with, especially like couple of 16, 17, 18 year olds who like are just making millions and millions a month now, and they're like, okay, what do I get? Lamborghini? It's like, just help them control their finances. That's quite a cool niche if you're into that. Understanding taxes as well, passive income from investments, not getting too comfortable. They think short term rather than long term as well. They don't know how to budget and what to budget. And again, these are some of the niches I actually work with. Some of the guys that help, they come to me and they said, look, I basically want to teach people this stuff. So that's why I wrote it there as well. And this is one that's actually come to me as well more recently. As well, you could be somebody who's helping first-time buyers buying a house without even knowing anything. So not sure what stamp duty means, not sure how to budget for renovations, doesn't know how to check if the property is safe, doesn't know the best house for the price in the area. Is the area safe? This is like more important than you think, right? Again, there's some spelling mistakes here, but I wanted to just get this out for you guys. It doesn't really matter as much, but yeah, this is more important than you think and fuels 96% of all of this. This then helps you with content, offers, and understanding your audience, which literally generates you money, right? So now we get onto this part, which is a really, really important part. So I help X do Y, and you can even add Z onto the end of this, or Z for the American audience. So let's package the problem and create an offer, right? So let's say, for example, I help X do Y by doing Z. You can just have I help X do Y, but by doing Z at the end is making it even more powerful. So X is the audience, Y is the desired outcome, and Z is the without doing the problem, okay? So for example, I help first-time buyers choose the perfect house by giving them honest opinions on chosen properties. Again, you can make that a bit more broader because that's kind of niching it down, but you sort of get the idea on that one. This is another one. I help stay-at-home dads lose their belly to gain more confidence without even having to go to the gym. That's a killer offer, by the way. If you've done that and ran some digital products and digital offers through that, yeah, you're easily hitting 20, 30K per month. Another one, I help entrepreneurs control their finances strategically to earn passive income without selling a course. That's another thing. Or you might help first-time swimmers turn into a swimming pro within 30 days without paying for swimming lessons. Again, the powerful thing about this is why I've included this in there. And again, this is actually some of the offers that with the people that I help with. So again, like this is an offer that someone does. This is an offer that someone does, but not for stay-at-home dads. It's just for male people in general. But here, if you add a time frame, it just makes the offer even better because they know what they're expected to get, right? Without even paying for swimming lessons. So I help business owners create more income and free more time whilst doing less, right? Make it crystal clear what you do and how, and just share it everywhere. So in your content, in your offers, in your bios, in your content that we talked about. Yeah, the best way to scale to 10K, 30K per month, sell to everyone and anyone. But yeah, it is that, but not to the point where you're burning out. And here's how you can actually do that and how people can pay you, okay? So that is the I help X do Y section. Again, you can always pause and write stuff down and then go to the next section. But after that, we need to create your offer, right? So one offer, your I help X do Y by doing Z. You can spread that across 3 different offers. So you can do this. You can help stay-at-home dads lose belly to gain more confidence without even going to the gym in 3 different ways, right? Yeah, so you spread across 3 different offers, right? You've got DIY, so your customers can go and do it themselves, right? So this is usually a course or a guide, something they can go and learn, basically, within minutes. And no done with you coaching, so like no coaching calls, anything like that. This usually like low ticket, so like, well, we'll get into pricing in a minute, but it's usually low ticket. You've then got the same offer, which is done with you, so like reoccurring. This could be like a monthly subscription or a 3 to 6 month basis. That's kind of what I do. The same product, but you do it with them, not for them, right? So the course and the community group, there could be coaching calls in there, it could be support. And this one you could do mid-ticket pricing because that obviously you got to value your time. So again, it's the same offer spread across 3 different offers. And here you can go and do it for them. So the same product and offer, but you spend more time helping them get there quicker, right? So this could be a premium high ticket price as this actually requires a lot more time. So as you can see, it's the same different offer, just presented in different ways, right? So my favorite is actually done with you because it means that they have the product and you can do it with them. Done for you is great because you only need a couple of them, which can be thousands, right? And we'll get into pricing in a minute. You only need a couple of them, and that's like a stable one-off payment. You could even do recurring for it as well if you're doing management behind the scenes as well. So done for you. Say, for example, you're a fitness coach, you could have a course where they can go and do it themselves. You could help them on a coaching call. But done for you, you can make them have a tailored package for them, and that's across like any business. But yeah, my favorite is done with you. Okay, so this is the power of high ticket. Okay, so you can actually sell less, earn more, and do less. And that high ticket allows you to have more time freedom because you don't need to sell to thousands of customers. You just need to help a small pool of people for a good amount of money. And what I would do if I was starting out from scratch and what I would do differently, I would create a DIY product where they can go and do it themselves. which is £47 plus at least, right? Some people do 27, but I think 47 is a kind of sweet spot. And with this, there's no connection to you, right? Then I would create a done with you product, so 397 to 997 monthly or one off, however you want to do it. Do it with them on live streams, etc. Completely up to you. And then I would create a done for you product as well, which is like £2,000 at least, right? Because you can do it for them and alongside them. And again, this is stupidly cheap too, right? But to get some sales and cash in is a great start. And to make obviously the 30k per month, the 5-figure simplified, which is what we talked about. And again, 5-figure simplified, that's basically like 10k, 20k, 30k, all the way up to 100k per month, right? You only need to get the 30k per month, the 5-figure simplified. Here's the numbers, right? So DIY, if you had a £47 product, every month you'd have to get 639 customers. If you had a £67 product, you'd have to get 448 customers. And if you had a £97 product, you'd have to get 310 customers, right? That's for the do-it-yourself product. And again, that's usually on a one-off payment as well for the do-it-yourself, because it's such a cheap product. Usually, if there's no like, if they're just buying for the product, there's no like coaching side of it, they're not going to pay monthly for that, right? Like, I wouldn't charge monthly for a DIY product just because it's like they can go and do it themselves. Once they've watched the course, they're not going to carry on paying for it every single month. Do you see? Right, so that's you can see you need hundreds of customers for a DIY product. Done with you, if you had a product worth 397, you'd need 76 customers. And you've got to think as well, that's a lot of people to do it with you every single month, like to manage on your own. To get to 30k per month with a 697 offer, you'd need 43 customers. And if you had a 997 offer, you'd need 31 customers to get to 30k per month, right? And these are usually recurring payments as well, so monthly stuff, which again, here you can see you only need 31 customers, which is pretty cool. You could probably manage that on your own, just about. Depends what your offer is and what you do. If you're doing like one-to-one coaching every day with people, then you can't really scale that, and it kind of like you're just working forever. You're not really scaling anything or getting more new customers in, because these guys will, some people will cancel, some people will renew, some people won't, etc. But here, as you can see, for done for you, you only need 15 of the £2,000 customers per month, right? So say you're getting millions and millions of views or thousands of views, right? And you're like, let's say you're getting 10,000 views and your content is like super niche, like what we're going to talk about anyway, especially on YouTube. You only need 15 customers that month on a 2k package, and that's your 30k per month. And that's without all these other products as well, which is really like easier. It's a lot easier to get 15 customers at 2k than it is to get this. Like, trust me, it's so much easier than getting 600 customers every single month at £47. Here, for £3,000, you only need 10 customers, and for £5,000, you only need 6 customers, right? And the recurring angle is where it actually gets interesting, because if you've got, say, I don't know, 15 done for you clients at 2k per month retainer, right? You're at 30k without needing to sell anything new that month, right? So it's the same logic with done with you. With 31 people paying $997 a month, that is ongoing coaching, like, means you're covered, right? Which makes the case for building those recurring offers pretty much compelling versus constantly needing 697 new £47 sales every single month. So 6 customers paying £5,000 is a lot easier. There's 639 new one-time offers, £47 customers each month. And trust me, I've literally tried both, and it is a lot easier selling a £5,000 package. But that is creating the offer, right? So what to actually include in your offer and what to include in your course, into your mastermind, whatever you want to do, right? DIY, so your customers can go and do it themselves. You need to include everything they need to go and do it themselves. Even if you're underpricing like crazy, but you're over delivering it, that's great, because again, you can then upsell them into the done with you and done for you later down the line as well. Inside there, I would usually have like a course or a guide or like a mastermind recording. I'd have a template in there. So like if you're using templates to, I don't know, grow on social media using the social media calendar, or you're tracking your fitness, just link the template in there for free. That's what I usually do. And you can link to softwares you use as well. And again, this is upsells in the future, or you could have affiliate links to the softwares you use. Done with you, what I would include in that is everything inside DIY, but with a done with you aspect. So you can have group coaching live streams, you can have a community chat, you could have a direct message chat with you 9 to 5. That's another thing you could do. Again, you're not really including anything else other than your time in there, which is cool because the product's already created, right? And done with you. So done with you is just recurring. You do everything for them / with them. So you could build the software with them. You could build the funnels. You could do one-to-one calls with them, and you can get them to the desired outcome quicker, which is great. You want to, like, if someone was to pay me, if I was to pay £5,000 for something and it made me £10,000 really quickly, then great. It helps them get to that desired outcome quicker. And this requires more of your time, but again, that sort of reflects on the high price point, which is fair enough, right? So how do you actually structure a course? Like, what modules do you even do? Like, how do you even do it? So firstly, go back to all your audience problems, right? So like, say for example, the people that want to lose weight, why do they want to lose weight, and how do they want to get there? It might be they want to do home workouts. So okay, that might be a module like home workouts, for example. So for example, inside my 5-figure simplified, I do one-to-one coaching. I include my 497 course as well, included inside of that, which shows step by step how to create and sell digital offers to 30K per month. And I know the problems people face with that. So creating funnels, offers, scaling, content, taking payment, etc. Right? Then I'd have channels like wins, so that you can just collect results and testimonials really simply, because again, that's going to like work in your favor later down the line when someone says, have you got any results? Again, if you don't have that yet, it's cool, but it's going to like help you later down the line. So that's how you actually figure out your modules, right? So you could have module 1, introduction, who am I, for example, what you're going to learn, how to get in the right mindset to lose weight, and write out your goals and what you want to achieve, and what food you should be eating to get ripped, etc. That's like a module, right? And if you're creating the course, if you're creating the course / product to eventually upsell, make sure you talk about the upsells, i.e. if you want to work with me one-to-one, just click the link below in my course, or if you want to apply for VIP fitness, etc. If you're recording the course, figure out what your upsells are going to be, which we're going to get onto in a minute, so that inside the course you can actually talk about that, rather than, let's say you've just launched a £47 product, right, and you're bringing out a done with you offer. But all the people that are watching that £47 offer, they're not going to know about that unless you message them directly. Do you know? So if you plug it inside that course, then they're going to know about it in the future, right? Because they've already paid, right? So you've already gained trust for £47. They're going to now be watching more, and they're going to gain more trust, and that's going to increase lifetime value, which again we're going to talk about as well. And again, it should just cover all audience problems so they can just go and do it themselves. And a good product equals returning customers and referrals, which again, if you think that word of mouth still doesn't work, it 100% does across everything. And actually recording the course, just use your phone camera. Okay, so the info and value is the most important part, not the camera. Like, it literally doesn't matter. Record on the computer using loom.com. Again, this video is actually recorded on Loom. So as you can see, I'm able to share this presentation with you. Loom.com, I think that's like £10 a month, and you can just record and screen share. It's really cool. Or you can create presentations like this on Canva / Miro / Freeform, whatever you prefer using. And this will cover I'll cover all of this. I'll cover all of this inside the Whop module / Skool video, etc., which I'm going to get to in a minute. And deliverables as well to actually get client results. Make it as easy as possible for them to watch, learn, and implement the steps. So like, if you have a template that you use to get there quicker, put it in the course and the guide for them. Anything you need to know, you'd need to hit desired outcome, right? So if you're trying to help someone get to a desired outcome, what are the stuff that you need to know, right? So how do we actually price these courses and these products and these offers? Because everyone always says like, okay, I created the product, I don't know how to price it. How do I know if somebody's going to buy it? All this type of stuff, right? So why have I actually gone with like a base marker of £97 or £47, sorry, £397 and £2,000. You want to price based on the value and the time you're giving away, and also how much it will solve their problem. So for example, if you said to someone, how much would you pay if in a year's time you would be in the best shape possible, and it only costs £97 and you get access to all the home workouts, so you don't even need to go to the gym. That £97 would literally make them thousands in personal development. And what problems would be solved with that? Would it be less stress? Would it be more confidence within themselves? That stuff is priceless, right? And it's the same with your products. So like me, for example, my program and my one-to-one coaching, it 10x someone's investment within a few months. Like, who's not saying to that? Like, yes to that? Who's not saying yes to that? Because if someone said to me, look, if I put in 1,000, you get 10 back. Like, no one's saying no to that, right? And I solve a lot of problems. So if your solution solves a problem, they literally can't sleep over. They'd pay anything to solve it, right? And again, you want to actually create a good product that solves problems as well, because it definitely makes me feel better, whether knowing that I've changed somebody's life, whether they've earned more money, whether they've been in shape, etc., right? But I like to underprice and over-deliver, but that's just me, because then you can increase customer lifetime value. And again, we will get to that, but that is the most important part. It's so much easier to get one customer to pay 5 times than it is to get 5 customers. And again, you should look at your competitors as well. And I put competitors because I don't actually think that's a real word. That should say word, not world. I don't think that's a real word. Okay, so you're you and they're them. They've got a different story. Like I shared at the start of this video, you could watch someone who's made £1 million with digital products. But again, they're them and I'm me. And what are they pricing at and how are they pricing? So I usually price based on time. So if you have a done with you service and a done for you service, I charge higher for done for you services and products, simply because it just takes more time, right? And that's kind of sensible because it takes more time. And I also like to calculate how many hours I'm giving that person as well to see if I'm charging too little. So for example, if you're doing, I don't know, one coaching call every week, that could be an hour, right? So you're doing an hour and you're doing that for 4 hours over a month. How much do you value your time? If you're charging only £200 for that, you're only charging £50 an hour, and that's without WhatsApp support or whatever you're doing, right? So my opinion, create a low ticket offer first so that you can get sales and feedback, etc. Then you can make your product the best it can possibly be before offering done with you. That's just my experience, right? And that's what I would do. And low ticket versus high ticket, in my opinion. Low ticket, again, we've got £27 to £97 products. If you're running low ticket offers, you need to set rules and boundaries so that this shouldn't be done with you / done for you offers. So like no support involved, the whole course and community group, etc. Right? Because something to consider, more people doesn't always equals more money. Because yeah, 1,000 customers at £97 is £97, sorry, yeah, it's £97,000. But you've now got 1,000 customers to speak to if you did done with you at £97. Like there's going to be so much stress if you do that, and you're probably going to have to hire someone because there's 1,000 customers. So less clients can actually make you more money and less stress. High ticket, you've got more one-to-one, so you can get them quicker results, which is obviously beneficial for you, and more personal time, and it's more personal for them. It's more expensive, so you don't need 1,000 sales, and 100 clients at £1,000 is £100,000. So you get better quality leads, and you actually get winners. So people who want to succeed. So if you're watching this, I know you're a winner because you're actually watching this and dedicating your time. And do both. 100% do both, low ticket and high ticket, because again, we want to have the same offer. I help X do Y by doing Z, but across 3 different levels. So that if they don't want coaching, they can just go and do it themselves. That's fine. Or they just want to have like a cheaper option, then you've got the low ticket option there as well. And again, or you can just pick which one, but just remember to set boundaries so that you can actually enjoy. And I'm going to underline that a few times because you want to make this enjoyable. Payment plans, this is a quick thing I'd have on payment plans. I would offer them, but I would only do 2 max payments myself personally. Like if you're doing a £27 product, I wouldn't offer a payment plan on it. If you have a £97 product, maybe it's completely up to you. You might convert a few more. But if you're having like done with you and done for you services, if you're doing it, I'd have max 2 payments only. That's just my opinion anyway. So platforms to walk through, right? This is platforms you can actually host your course on, your product on, your community. You can do live streams on there, anything, right? So I'm going to go step by step now, and it's actually a recording I've done, which is like a 1-hour recording, how to set up Whop, and I'm going to go through like a offer. So it's actually an offer to help people grow on TikTok. So as if I was starting from your position right now, I'm going to be doing it as like a TikTok creator, a TikTok course, sorry. How to help people with TikTok, the TikTok Creator Club, I think I called it. Again, it's not, I don't actually use that, it's just for this video purpose only. But again, what actually is Whop and how can you make money on there? You've probably seen it super viral, like most people in the like higher ticket stuff are all on Whop, and just anyone doing courses, communities, live streaming, etc. Because Whop is a all-in-one platform to sell digital products, membership, courses, access to online communities. It handles payments, checkout, delivery, customer management, so you can literally scale in one place and sell, right? And again, complete A to Z walkthrough how to use Whop. I'll insert that right now, and it's like an hour video so that you can do this step by step via Whop. Okay, so now we're going to talk about how to actually set up your Whop, how to take payments, how to create products on here, how to create a community group, everything, right? And if you click the link down below where it says start Whop for free, again, it's completely free to use this. It will take you to this page. And I'm going to set up now a completely new online business on here so that you can, I'm pretty much doing this step by step with yourself when you go around to do this. And again, if you go to this, the link as well, you'll see all the different sections on here. So you can see like how to set up all this stuff anyway, payments, fees, pricing, etc. right? And again, Whop's literally for free to use this as I'm recording this video. So yeah, don't take too long to set up a Whop account because it's really cool. And again here, as you can see, like I shared before, the mission is to deliver everyone a sustainable income, and you can see all on here as well, how much money they've made. Look how many sellers there is on Whop compared to users. It's like 100 times the amount of users on here, but there's only, a small percentage of people who are actually selling on here. So again, you can build your product with Whop apps, as you can see. So you can have a chat, you can have live streams, you can have forums, you can have courses, etc. You can have files, calendar bookings, content, etc. right? All the tools that you need. So you can have a store page, launch a high converting store page in seconds. You can take payments on there. You can have affiliate for your product. It's a mobile app, so you can do everything on the Whop mobile app. And you can also have buy now, pay later and disputes and everything like that. And again, as you can see, it literally costs nothing to use Whop, but they just take a small percentage fee for every single sale, which is cool. But again, most store providers do all of that anyway. So let's just get straight into it. Let's get rid of the boring stuff and let's start creating a Whop. So when as I say, if you click the link down below, it will take you to this page. Let's start selling and let's start creating this business. So as you can see here, it will take you to this. Let's create your business. Businesses on Whop earn over £1 billion every single year, so let's build yours now. So which model actually best describes your offer? So I actually wrote down that I'm going to create this business as the TikTok Creator Club, right? And if someone's already got that out there, don't worry. And if you're watching this thinking, I've got that, I'm going to delete the business from Whop after, so you can go ahead and use that if you really want to. But yeah, the TikTok Creator Club, let's just go with that. So for example, inside of there, I'm going to have, let's say it's a coaching and course offer. Which industry best describes your offer? Let's just go social media, because I'm going to be sharing social media and how to grow on TikTok, right? So what country are you in? United Kingdom. And let's go with the TikTok. What did I put? The TikTok Creator Club. And again, you can change this at any point you like as well. So essentially, this is going to be your business on Whop, right? This is the name of your business. This isn't the name of like your product or your community. This is just the name of your business that people will be able to see when you go to purchase. So if you create a business, it then takes you straight to the dashboard where, as you can see, confetti comes up everywhere and you can see everything on here. So this is where it will take you to, right? And they're always updating stuff like all the time. So apologies if your dashboard doesn't look like this currently, but as a recording, this is how to use everything, right? So if you go to your home section, this is where you're going to see how much money you've got in your account, on your Whop account, everything, right? And the really fun stuff. Again, it says dollars at the minute. If you were to create a product and put pounds on it, then somebody purchases, then it will just convert straight to pounds, and it will come up here saying US dollars, etc. But this is Whop, okay? So inside Whop, we can go to left-hand side. If I just move this out of the way, left-hand side, you've got home section, you've got discover, you've got messages, you've got notifications, you've got your dashboard, affiliates, and your profile as well. If you click your profile, you can then edit your own profile and what comes up, etc. But yeah, you can see everything down the left-hand side, but dashboard is pretty much where everything happens. Okay, so inside here, you've got all your Whops down here. So if you're inside my 5-figure Simplified community, you'd see it down there. The same with all my other products and who I help and stuff like that. But yeah, dashboard, this is where you can do everything, right? So if you ever want to do anything, you go to your dashboard section on the left-hand side. If you're on your phone, the phone Whop app looks a lot different to this, but it's the exact same concept. I'd recommend just doing it on whop.com or an iPad or a laptop if you've got one. And then you can see this whole screen, the exact same. It looks the exact same as my screen that I'm sharing now. So if we actually want to change up here, if we just press settings on our business, you then be able to see all your different settings and stuff like that, right? So you've got your business here. If you want to just press edit, what we're going to do is we're going to create a simple logo as well. So I'm actually going to share to you logos and how to create stuff. So let's actually create the brand firstly. So if we go back to Canva, inside here, this is Canva. Let's just do, for example, templates, and let's just go logo and see what it comes up with. Let's just go with this one. That looks pretty cool. Let's just click that. And again, if you want more help with like Canva and stuff, I'm going to do like a whole course on that. But let's go with this, right? And let's just change this to what did we do? The TikTok. Let's just do TTCC, the TikTok Creator Club. Let's just go with that for the minute, right? Let's change that to, again, it's a bit of design work as well for you, how to use Canva and stuff. So you've got all your elements down here. If you ever wanted to change the font, you can click that. Essentially, this is just creating the brand. So let's just let's just go into elements and do underline. And then it can give us a cool underline. Let's go with that one. Let me move my head. Let's just do that, and let's just put it as white so that it looks on brand. Okay, let's just go with that. Let's just go with that as a logo for the minute. If you wanted to save this, just press share in the top right. I know that it's cut off on my screen, but if you press download, what I'd recommend, and I'm going to share like all the different Canva exports to use and stuff throughout the video as well. But JPEG, let's just do that, best for sharing, and just press download, and then it'll just download to your computer or your phone, whatever you're using. And again, if you ever want any help with this, you can just click the link down below, and you can book a free call with me, and we can work one-to-one, and how you can work one-to-one with me. Let's just create a new folder, and let's just call it TTCC for the TikTok Creator Club, and just put logo. Save that to the files. So if we go back to Whop, what we can do now is we can edit the logo, and if we go to, where is it, TTCC, logo, and let's just pop that straight in there, and then it just updates the logo. Business description, let's just put helping creators grow on TikTok, smiley face, save. And now your business is edited, and yeah, as you can see, it just looks a lot better. Also on your settings, which is down the left hand side here, on your dashboard, you can change all this stuff, so payments, invoices, legal stuff, tax, all that type of stuff. If you want tax to be taken inside products, you just go to the legal section, it will come under tax, and you'll see that section. If you want to invite people to your team, you can press team and invite them. But yeah, that is the business edited, right? Now we want to create a product. So again, down the left-hand side on your Whop, you've got all this stuff, right? And it might seem a bit like, where do I start? This is your Whop, down the left-hand side, your actual business. So if we click products, we want to actually create a product on here. We want to create a community group. So for example, if we just go to my community group, so you can see as an example, we've got all this stuff in here. So we've got my course, we've got my chat, we've got everything in here. So inside here, I've got my course so that like anyone can go and watch this and anyone can go and pretty much like learn all this stuff. I've also got live streams in here. I've also got onboarding. Let me just turn that off a minute. I've got announcements. Yeah, I've got everything on here, right? So for example, if we go back to my product, which is down here, down the left-hand side, you've now created your business, which is down here, right? So if we go back to dashboard, down the left-hand side, you'll now get this, which is currently there. Setup guide, you want to add apps, you want to create products, you want to get your first user, etc. Right? So now we want to create a product. And let me just go back to the dashboard so you can see it. So dashboard, products. Now what we want to do is we want to create a product. So let's say, essentially this is what it's going to take you to actually. So this is your product page, this is your store page. Again, this is going to change like all the time as well so that you can like have more customization with it. But what is my product going to be? So let's say for example, this product is the TikTok Creator Club. And inside the headline, you want to just do it like step by step. So it's all template based, right? So it's going to help people with social media. And it's coaching and courses. So the headline, this is really important because this is what's going to come up straight away. You don't just want to put the name of your product there, like TikTok course. You want to put something that's actually going to help them. So like we said before, I help X do Y by doing Z. Let's put something like helping beginners grow on TikTok the easy way. Okay? Because it's straight to the point. It's like straight to the point, right? Let me just have a bit of water. And what we're doing with this actually, this is the free community. So what we're going to do is we're going to stack this. We're going to create a free community. We're then going to create a do-it-yourself product. We're then going to create a done-with-you product and then a done-for-you service as well. And I'm going to share in what the 4 different products. So this product we're creating, this is the free community, right? So again, helping beginners grow on TikTok the easy way. And again, we could use that headline across all the different products as well because that is what the helping X do Y is, right? So on here, this is what it looks like. This is the link that you could send to somebody, they can go and purchase. But again, we haven't completed anything. There's nothing inside of it yet. So description, I would make this as long as you possibly can to have like everything in here rather than just saying like course included and community group, etc., whatever you want to put. What you could do is, let me just go to ChatGPT and you can even do it with ChatGPT and I'll share how you can do that. So the old trusty ChatGPT, let me just say to it, can you create me a... firstly, you want to actually stack what's going to be in your community group. So this is again for the free community product. So you want to stack, is there going to be a course in there? Is there going to be ebooks in there? Is there going to be coaching in there? What are you going to be doing in there? Let's just say, can you create me a 1,500 characters max description for my community group, the TikTok Creator Club. It's going to have inside a community group, a free TikTok 1-hour course on growing on TikTok, support with myself, i.e. messaging. Again, you don't have to have that inside the community. I'm just giving it some features. Resources like TikTok growth trackers, etc. Make it a fancy copywriting description that will convert. And what it would do is it would start creating it for you. Welcome to the TikTok Creator Club, the all-in-one community to help you build. I wouldn't put this because everyone can see that anyway. They can see that that's that. But what I would do is I would just copy this part. So let's say inside you'll get free. So let's just put that for example, right? Obviously you want to look what's inside of it. And now it just looks a lot better. What I would do is I would just press space on that so that they're not all one big paragraph. As you can see, and then it makes it look nice, makes it look a lot nicer. So as you can see, inside you'll get, etc. Free course, the TikTok Creator Club is for you. right? So that's the next step. You've got the name of your business there, you've got the headline, who you help and how they're going to do it, and then you've got inside what they're actually going to get. So now we want to edit this part, which is just a boring image, right? So here you've got product media. You can have a VSL on here, which is a video that explains what's inside of there. They convert really well. But what we're going to do for the minute is we're going to get rid of that and we're going to add our own picture. So if we go back to Canva, what we're going to do is we're going to create a new... so the size that I'm pretty sure Whop uses as that product media is 16 by 9. So if we go to custom size and do 1920, I think it is, by 180, yeah, as you can see, it's a lot bigger, right? So let's say, for example, let's just remove that and let's just call this the TikTok. What we need to do is we need to make this a lot smaller. TikTok Creator Club. Let's do that. TikTok Creator Club, right? So now we've got an image here which basically shares our brand. Let's just hover over that and put it in the center. So now what we can do is we could take this image and download it as a JPEG. And again, you can always pause this and go back to this as well. But yeah, download that. And what that would do is, let me just wait for it to load. And let's just put this as store picture. Then we head back to Whop. And now we can just add that picture, which is the store picture, straight to our Whop. And now what it will do is, as you can see, it just looks a lot nicer. My advice for yourself would be to do that again, but what I've done, if I just get up my store, so as you can see, I've got, this is my like higher mentorship, and this pricing is actually increasing, by the way, so don't look at that and think, oh, that's stupidly cheap. Yeah, it's not that price going into 2026, if you're watching this in 2025 still. As you can see, I've got my logo, right, and I've simply just got what's included, and my modules, what's inside, and pretty much what they're going to do. And again, here you can see that I've got my headline there, and I've got reviews already because I'm already inside of there, and pretty much, yeah, it's a fully loaded out, what's it called? Store page, right? And that's what this is going to look like in a moment. So you could just have your logo, because this could do the selling itself, but I think it's really cool as well to just have a different image like this. And again, you could just do that via Canva again, but just change this text to what's inside, and then you'll be able to see it. It will convert really well. So that is the media, right? That is what images you can have on there. You can have videos on there. Now we get to the important part, which is the pricing. So for this, we're actually going to have this as a free community. So as you can see here on pricing, you can have dollars, you can have pounds, you can do whatever you like. But again, this is our free community, so we're just going to put this as free. But what you could do is you can have a stock limit on it. So you could have 900, or you could have 8, for example, and it will come up there how many are left. What you could do is you can have a wait list or ask questions before checkout. So you could say something like, do you respect that you will be respectable? Do you agree that you'll be respectable inside this free community group, etc., right? Just like loads of different options. Again, you could then have another pricing option. So if you wanted there a free pricing option, and you could also have, I don't know, let's just say £900, right? Then they can have a free option or a paid option. It's completely up to them. But again, because it's our free community, we're just going to remove that price point and we're just going to have it as a free community. And now, if we scroll down to your store page, you'll be able to see, like I have here, I've got these features, what's inside of it, how they can go and learn, what they're going to learn, etc. So inside here, we're just going to have simple features, which are going to pop up here. Let's just say 1 hour TikTok course to help you grow as a beginner. Again, you want to make this a lot better in terms of like the copywriting, so like make it look a lot nicer. So like I've done here with emojis, pricing, what that's usually worth, rather than just saying 1 hour TikTok course. But you'll get the idea, and I just want to get through this for yourself because this is only the free community. Features as well, there could be exclusive access to the TikTok Creator Club, group chat. And as you can see, that gives you loads of different features and adds it to your store, right? Which is really cool. And then again, you've got frequently asked questions as well. So you could put something like, is this actually completely free to join? And the answer could be yes, no charge, completely free community. And then you can press save, right? And that is pretty much, and you can also have affiliates as well, which is on the advanced section. You can have affiliates. So if you didn't want affiliates on there, you can turn that off and no one can affiliate. And yeah, pretty much you can have an enable pop-up promotion as well. So you could have 10% pop-up promotion on your paid products. it will come up like within 45 seconds. If they've looked at your store for 45 seconds, a discount can pop up as well, and they can go and purchase straight away and just go and join with a discount code. So yeah, you can toggle it to be visible on your store page. If you want it to be a hidden group, you can have that off your store page. But we're just going to press save, and now what you'll be able to see is you have created your first product. So if we were to press done, on your dashboard now you've got your home section, and if we go back to products, you've now got this product ready to go. So what we're going to now do is, and this is a really important part, if you ever want to share your product to somebody, you want to click this copy link, and what you want to do is open it in a new tab, and now you have got your product visible, and anyone can just go and press free to join. You can go and join that. They can see everything inside. They can see me there. I don't know why that actually says me there. That's weird. It should be the business. But oh, the creator, sorry, yeah, that is me, I suppose. This is actually a free community to join, etc., etc. And now somebody could just go and press join. But as you saw here, it's not visible on Discover, right? It's unlisted still. So what we want to do now is you want to apply for Discover. I'm not going to press apply because, again, this business will actually be taken off at the end of this course because I'm not actually running this. I might in the future because I've actually grown thousands of followers on TikTok, but I'm not going to apply for that. But if you press apply, you'll then be put on the Discover page, which I'm going to share to you in a moment. And pretty much, yeah, loads of different ways that you can sell on Whop. So yeah, that is what you want to do, and then you've got your first product ready, right? So now, if we go to your store, which is here, your My Store section, you've actually got your own link in bio. So you don't need to use like Stan Store if you don't want to. You can actually create your own link in bio, which you can just put in the link of your social medias, right? So if we want to edit the store page, this is what it will take you to. So again, I've got two different offers. I've got two different businesses, so either me, myself, or my actual business. So helping creators grow on TikTok. And as you can see, this is like a simple link that you can just send somebody. And yeah, you can have your social icons on there. That's your store URL. Again, you could just put that in the link in your bio, and they can essentially just click your product and they'll be able to go and join for free, which is really cool, right? You can have your products on there. So if you want to create another product to go on your store, you can do that. You can have it like this, so it's more compact rather than a featured section. You can change the color of it. So if you wanted it green, you can have that. You can have external links, etc. Right? And that is your store page. You could have that as your link in bio, and you can just send all your traffic from social media to your store. And again, we'll talk about marketing and everything throughout the course anyway. But yeah, that is your store page. So now what we've done is we've actually created a free community from scratch. So now what we want to do is we want to create the other offers, and then we're going to start creating the actual products and what's inside of it. So what we're going to do now is create the do-it-yourself product, right? So now what we're going to do again is create product. Or what we're going to do is actually we're just going to duplicate this product because it's the exact same offer. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to duplicate, and then what that will do is it will create another TikTok Creator Club copy. But now what we're going to do is we're going to change inside of here, and we're going to go back to TikTok. Now, can you create a do-it-yourself offer copy, which will cost £47 to join with better features and longer course? Because now we're essentially creating the paid version of this, right? So now you could have different media. You could have, I don't know, the TikTok Creator Club VIP or advanced, right? So now what we want to do is, yeah, is creating a bigger advanced sort of description. But again, you want to have a play around in creating your own copy. Don't just use AI for everything. But let's say, for example, your do-it-yourself product is, I don't know, let's just go with £47, right? Now you can change it to £47 and it will come up there and they can go and purchase, etc. But what you could do is you could have advanced options on that, and you could have it for, I don't know, 1 month access, right? So it's £47 for 1 month. That's not a subscription. If you wanted to do it as a subscription, you press recurring, and then as you can see there, it will be recurring for £47 a month, and that will get auto charged for them. Discount on cancellations, all that type of stuff. So that's completely up to you. But in my opinion, let's just go with like a one-time fee of £47 as a do-it-yourself product. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this description. Let's go with this section. I'm going to put that in the description instead. Where's the description? Here we go. Put that in the description instead because it's a different offer. And then as you can see, it will create a different offer here for you. And let's make this. For some reason, it's not letting me. Probably because it's the max amount of characters. Okay, so what you could say back to TikTok is, okay, can you make this less than 1,000 characters, and it will do it for you. But again, you sort of get the idea, right? And this is how you can create your do-it-yourself offer. So again, you've got the section, change your features, what they get inside of it, and again, it's the exact same product. So if we just press save again, you've now got a DIY product, and we can change the name of this to, that's what we need to do actually, change the name of this to, I don't know, the Creator Club, I don't know, we could just put V2 for like version 2, right? And then you've got a DIY option. So now if we go to My Store, edit store page, you've then got two different options. You've got the £47 one, or you've got the free version. So you see where this is going, right? And it's the exact same if you're going to have your do-it-yourself product, you're done with you and you're done for you. So again, I think what we're going to do is just start building out these products, because it's the exact same format for all of them. So we're going to build out your free community, and now we're going to build out your paid community step by step. So once you've now got your products, you can then actually, by the way, if you wanted to create hidden checkout links, so if you don't know what a checkout link is, don't worry. What you can do is, instead of having a whole store page, which is essentially this, let me just take you to your store page, which is this, right? And they can go and pay for £47. What you can do is you can create a hidden checkout link, which is a bit different. So here, if we press copy that link, input there, you've now got a checkout link which looks like this. And what you've actually got here is £56 rather than 47, and that's because the tax is exclusive in this pricing, I believe. So you can actually turn that off, where you can put the tax included in the £47. It's inside your settings in legal, and if you go down that tax section, you'll be able to see it, rather than saying to someone, oh yeah, it's £47, and then they've got the 20% on top. You can just put it inside the price, right? So that's a checkout link. So you can create a checkout link if you really wanted to, and have it as a different link rather than your store link. So that's what checkout links are. And again, if you create one, you can have whatever price you want on that. You can put a higher price if you really wanted to. But that's what checkout links are, right? So now, if we go back to products, and so now you've created your two products, okay? So if we click your Whop down the left-hand side here, which is the logo, you've then got this is your dashboard. So inside mine, you've obviously got the course, the community groups, etc. Now we want to do something which is add apps. So again, there's no courses here yet, there's no community groups here yet. So inside Whop, you've got your business, which is the TikTok Creator Club, right? So inside your Whop, you want to actually add some apps. So inside our product, what do we want? So inside our free community, firstly, let's say we want to have a chat. So we want to have a community chat. So let's add that. And now what we want to do is you can actually set which products get access to this app. So let's just say, for example, we're doing the free community. So let's just tick the free community. Now you've got a chat here. Okay, so as well, you can preview your different products. So if we want to preview just like the paid product, you won't see that community group, because that app that you created there wasn't for that product. But if we put it back to the free community, we can actually see that. Okay, so you preview, and that's really cool, because here is where you can have all your apps, but you want to filter them by pressing app settings, and you can filter them which products can actually access this app. Okay, so to give you a bit of flexibility in terms of like just having it as chat, you could change this and change all these different apps to whatever you like. So you can change this to let me just go back to it. Press the three dots, press app settings. You can change this to free community. Let's just say free TTC Club chat, right? And then we can put the logo on there, custom, upload your logo, put that on there, upload the logo. And now what you've now got is your first app. And rather than just saying chat, it just looks a lot better, right? So now you've got your first app. So let's just say, for example, you wanted in the free course, you wanted to have a course, right? Let's put courses in there. Okay, we just want to have a free course inside the free community. What you can now do is, as well, you've got the chat section there, which is like a little drop down. If you just right click, you can actually create a category. So what we can now do is we could just do learn as a category, and then we could just put the courses tab, just drag and drop straight into the learn. So then you've got the chat section and you've got the learn section, which is course. So again, we can change this course to, I don't know, free TTC Club course. And then we can upload the logo again, upload the logo. And then as you can see, inside your Whop, you now have a course and a free chat. And again, this is, if we preview, this is just inside the free community. Again, if we can filter to the paid product, you won't see that, right? You just see this, which again does go if you refresh the page. But again, that's the free community. So if we just say press disable, you've now got different apps. So if you want to actually put anything in your chat, you can press on settings up the top here. You can put, can everyone chat in there? Can you block URLs, ban specific words, etc. But you could literally just put something like, hey, everyone. And that will just go to everyone inside of here, right? And inside your course, if you want to upload your course, you can just press add course, whatever the name is, TTC CC course. You can put a cover image on there. So let's just put the store picture again. Learn everything TikTok. You could put that to hidden as well. So if you're uploading a course, you don't want your users to see it yet, you can put it as hidden. So now what you can do is, once you've hit your course tab, which again, everything is just ran by apps, okay? So you can just create, add your course, click on your course, and now what you can do is you can start uploading your course materials. So inside here, you can change the chapters, so you could just put something like module 1, and here, then you could just put something like lesson 1, setup TikTok, and press save changes. And you can upload a video, you can upload a file, whatever you want to do, or you can just paste a link, which is really cool. And then here you can actually put like content, so a link, images, anything you like. So you can actually upload different files to them. Oh, what's happened there? You can actually upload files as well if you want to. So if you want to give people material throughout the lesson, you can upload PDFs and anything that they need that you talked about in the course there as well. So then now you've got your free community built. Again, you could have loads more apps, and what we're going to do now is, this is like the base of what you could have in your community, a chat, a course, etc. But if we go back to the App Store, you've got all this other stuff on here. You've got loads of stuff on here. So you've got onboarding, so if you wanted to help people on board, you've got that on there. If you want to embed different websites, if you want to have a store on there, which again, if you have this storefront, you can then upsell your other products. If we just add that quickly, yep, just press approve. Let's put it in the free community. What you can now do is, inside your free community, they've got this storefront where they could just upsell and just go and join your paid product straight away. So they could just click this one. Oh, that's the free community. They could just click here and just go and purchase, which is an easy upsell, right? And an easy way that they can go and expand their knowledge. So let's just change this to join V2. And let's put that as the logo. Now, what they can do is, they could just join version 2, which when they click this, you can change what's on here, which is a really cool app, by the way. Change that. Let me just refresh the page. So inside here, you've already got your first like upsell, right? So they can watch the course, they can go in the group chat, and they can join version 2 right through one community. So they can just press that, go and purchase, and then they'll have access to everything else. So as you can see, again, if we just preview version 2, none of this stuff's actually in there because we haven't selected it to be on there. We've only selected that to be in the free community. So again, that is your free community essentially built, right? So if we go back to dashboard now, go to products, and as you can see, your free club has got these apps included. If you wanted to add those apps included for free, you can click on your version 2, scroll all the way down, and here's the apps. You can actually include and choose the apps you want to include in this product. So if you're creating a new product, you could just tick all of them and then they'll be inside your paid product as well if you really wanted to do that. So again, if we just press save. But now what we want to do is, that's essentially the free community built, which is down the left hand side. Now what we want to do is create the exact same but for the paid community. So let's go to App Store, and let's say for example we wanted to offer let's do and again, another thing, you can also have games in here. So if you wanted your users to have games, and this is where it's going to separate you from the rest, right? You don't just want a PDF or a course in there. You want to have cool stuff like this where they can play games. They can play, anyone remember the game Flappy Bird or whatever it's called? You can literally just add that, add it to your community. One second, add it to the free community. And now what you can do is, you can just start playing this game. Again, sometimes they cost money to join. You can pay to go and join them, which I don't really do, but again, you could do that, right? You can earn a percentage of how much money like your users pay. So say for example, you did have an app in here like this, and they join for £1, you actually get 15% of every single set. So you get like 15p, which is really cool, right? But again, you could do that whenever you like. And again, if you wanted to delete any of the apps, you can just press the three little options and just press delete app, and it will just go. So again, yeah, that's cool. So if you wanted apps in your paid community, let's say for example you were doing live streams in your paid community, let's just press add. And now what we want to do is we want to actually add this to the paid community rather than the free one. So if we press done, you'll now see, if we preview the paid community, that will be inside of there. But if we preview the free one, it's not going to be inside of there. You see? So that's how you can filter what your different digital products are going to be like, right? And that is essentially setting up your free community and your DIY offer and your free offer and whatever you want to do in there. So again, you don't have like any cap of what you can put inside these community groups, right? You can put as many stuff in there as you possibly want. You can upsell so much stuff. There's so many apps in here, which again, these apps are fueling your community, right? So inside here, there's even a goals one, so you can your community group. Let's just put that in a free community group. There's even a goals app where your community group can just essentially say what their goals are and everyone can just follow them, which is really cool. And I just don't think you get that with any other like platform. And again, it just gives you that flexibility with Whop. You can have all this cool stuff in your community group. You can just share your goal and it will just be active and live in your community group for everyone to see, which is really cool, right? So that is essentially setting up your Whop, your free community and your community, your paid community, right? So if we go back to dashboard, how do we actually get paid for all this stuff? Okay, so if you ever wanted to get paid for your products or you want to send this to anyone, you essentially just go to products again, copy your link up the top here, and you can essentially, if we were to send that to somebody right now, it takes them to this page and they can just go and purchase, go and press Apple Pay, they can go and press join. And as soon as they purchase this, it takes them straight to, and it takes them straight into this. So their dashboard will look like this down the left-hand side, but obviously they won't be in all of these different Whops. They'll just be inside the TikTok Creator Club, right? Obviously for your own products. And then they'll have access to all of this, but obviously they have to pay for that. And to make sure they have access to all of that, if you go back to products, and let's say for the paid community, we need to make sure that these apps are included, whichever apps that you want it to include in there, because when they go and purchase via this link, they'll get access straight to this community group, and whatever you want, whatever you've put in there, they'll get access to it. Okay, so that's how you can send it to somebody. Or again, you can have your store, which again, if you press my store, copy the link, send that to somebody, and then they can see your whole community here and your different offers, where they can just go and join the free one, or they can just go and join the paid version, right? So that is how you send your product to somebody. Here you can see all your users and who's bought everything from you. Here you can see your payments, all the payments that everyone's done. Here you can actually create invoices as well, so if you're doing like a higher paid package. And here you've got the payout section. So here is what payments, and what you'll need to do is you'll just need to set up and verify your identity, and that is it. And what you'll do is your what payments will become available. I think it's within a couple of days, it is. And then when you press cash out, I mean, it's pretty instant. It comes to my bank pretty instantly. But all you've got to do is just press verify your identity and verify your business, which is the what business, if you like, and then you'll be able to start earning money. Here you can apply for financing and stuff, but I'm pretty sure you have to earn like £30,000 via Whop to have like Klarna and ClearPay and stuff. But again, Whop payments, you can be really flexible on how much your stuff costs. But payouts, this is essentially where you can get your money, which is really cool. And again, you'll be able to see all your sales coming in via the home section on dashboard anyway, how much is in your balance, adding apps, etc. Right? If you ever wanted to have a business app, you can go on your dashboard. Let's go through this other stuff first. You can run ads, which we haven't used that much yet anyway, well, myself anyway, so I wouldn't talk too much about that. Promo code, you can create promo codes. If you want to create a promo code, so when they go onto your store, which could be here, they can press join and it will say enter the promo code, which is really cool. And affiliates as well. You can set affiliate commission and create an affiliate link for anyone as well. So again, as you can see, we're approved for the Whop Marketplace, and that's already on the Discover page, which I'm going to share in a minute. So yeah, and apps, this is the business apps, right? So you can have business apps that's going to make things a lot easier for yourself. So you've got, if we go back down to our one, we've actually got a CRM here where you can take bookings and stuff. We actually created this from scratch. Again, if anyone wants any help like building apps or anything, I'll leave a link down below where you can book a call with me and our developer, me and Ben, and we can essentially build apps like this for yourself and your business to make everything a lot easier. And inside your community group as well, because you know you've got all these different apps and those games. Yeah, we can build them to go inside your community group as well, which is really cool. So again, yeah, if you wanted any apps that's going to make your business easier inside of here, you can just use them. So you can have upsells if you want to upsell. You can have signer, ban words. You can do social trackers, etc. Right? But again, there's not a lot of apps on here yet. But I'm going to talk like the power on Whop apps later down line throughout the course as well. But yeah, that is pretty much everything in terms of your Whop and how to sell on there and how to create and stuff on there. And I'm going to talk more on this in a minute in terms of like getting your first member. But if you see down the left hand side here, we've got a Discover page, and what you can do on here is crazy. You can see what's actually trending. So you can actually see a live section, like I talked about at the start, what's selling, how much money they've made in the last 5 seconds, what people are searching, new Whops that have been created. So we'll probably actually see ours on there, which was 35 minutes ago. No, I can't actually see it on there yet, but you can see new transactions. So someone's just joined that for free. Let's wait and see how long it takes for them to make some money. Yeah, $5, sorry. So Vincent plug, you can actually see what's working, right? So it gives you an inspiration of what people are buying, what people are searching. So as you can see here, Whop clipping gets searched a lot. But yeah, on the Discover page, this is where your product is actually going to get loads of viewers and earn you a lot of money. Because inside here now, if we searched up TikTok, let's just see what comes up. This product that we created might actually come up if we scroll down quick enough. But pretty much, right, when you search up, you've got all these communities on here, and I'm going to go more into it throughout the course anyway, how to get on here and how to make it better. But yeah, you can pretty much see what your competition is before you've even created your Whop anyway, by going to the Discover page. But you've got all these different TikTok growth platforms, right? Which is really cool. And your products, well, that product's already on here. So again, if we actually search up one of my products, I'm quite high up on the rankings. So if we do digital product, because I help people with digital products and everything, as you can see, these guys are paying for ads, so they're at the top, which is cool. But as you can see, I'm the fourth one for one of my products where I help people. And I've got another product here, which is a £27 guide where you can go and learn as well. But as you can see, £97, one of my products, which I'm increasing the price on. Yeah, I'm fourth on the marketplace for searching digital products. So people who want to learn digital products, there's 3,000 results, but I'm the fourth people. And as you can see, I've got a lot of reviews, so I get a lot of sales via this platform, which is cool, right? So that is the Whop Discover page, and that is essentially creating and selling on Whop. How to use Whop, what everything means. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else on the dashboard that I need to go through. But yeah, if you ever want to start selling your products now, you can just copy your link and just send that out to people and they can go and purchase. So yeah, I'm going to get to the next section now, which is actually getting your first member. So this is really cool, creating a product, but we actually need people to go and pay and go and join our free communities or the paid communities. So let's get straight into it now. I'm going to grab some water because, yeah, my mouth is actually really dry after that. But yeah, now we want to actually get your first member. So let's get straight into this section. Okay, so that was Whop, and as you can see, it's pretty cool, right? Like, the stuff you can do in there is crazy. And again, the same with Skool. So I'm just going to walk through Skool really quickly. It's basically the same kind of platform, but you can just do less on there. So basically, Skool bundles your community, course, content into one spot instead of juggling like Kajabi, I think that's one of them, Discord, and a million other tools. It's dead simple to set up, keeps people engaged with gamification, stuff like that. Makes it easy to move free members into a paid offer, which again, I'll talk about later on as well. And again, I'm just going to do a complete walkthrough step by step. So I'm not going to go into like heavy like creation and what's it called, like we just did for Whop and how to build stuff and stuff like that. But basically, it's the exact same thing, right? But on here, this is obviously my community for one of my lower ticket courses that I had. Well, I had here on Skool. I've moved everything to Whop now. But on here, you can have a general chat, raise the flag, affiliate leaderboard, rules, all that type of stuff. But the main important thing here is you've got your about section, right? So you've got to create a free account in the top right. Just create a free account on Skool. Here, you've obviously got your community. Oh, I don't know what I've just done. How do I reduce that? You've got your community group, which is here, right? This is what people see when they come to it. And again, you can put your description of what the product is and stuff here. But Classroom, this is where you can upload your course and stuff. So here, for example, let's go here, creating digital products. Again, if you actually want access to this, it's on Whop now, but it's my sort of do-it-yourself kind of offer. But here you can just upload a course video. You just press this little tick here and the little pencil, and it will take you to this where you can just upload your own course and that type of stuff. It's not loading because I think I've got video process in the background. There you go. And as you can see, it's just like that. But here, if you wanted to add a course on here or anything like that, or a PDF, just press add new course. What is that course name or the module name, description, and then just these stuff I just created on Canva, like we just saw in the Whop video. That's how I basically built that. And then on Skool, I believe on Skool it's like £6 a month to use this, or it's like £70 or £80 a month, depending on what you want to use Skool for. But again, it's complete. Like, I'm not going to like walk through the whole of Skool because I actually use Whop myself personally. But if you want to use Skool, it's really, really simple. And again, that's kind of the basics you need to know. Settings, that's where everything is. So if you wanted to create different chats for that, then yeah, that's what's inside the settings. But yeah, that is Skool, right? And then Standstore, this is where you can create, well, this is where you can sell digital products as well. So you can take payments on there, you can sell digital products, you can do coaching calls. And again, myself, I've made over £200,000 via Standstore alone. So like, I'm just going to share quickly how to set that up and how to take payments on there. I'm also doing a lesson at the end of this course as well, how to take like higher payments. So like if you're doing done for you, that type of stuff, you can use Stripe, but to be fair, I use Whop for that stuff just because I just think it's easier and it's less fees, I believe now, which is actually really cool. But yeah, I'm just going to share step by step how to set up Standstore if you wanted to put a product on there and then sell or take payments or coaching calls. So I'll just do that quickly for you. So yeah, this is Standstore, standstore.com, I believe it is. Basically, it's like a link in bio, as you can see here. You've got your store, your name, and all your different products. But yeah, this is the store that I created for myself. As you can see, standstore.com / Charlie Newham, as you saw at the start of it. Basically here, it's kind of like your link in bio. So you'll see a lot of people using this to collect leads and do email marketing and that type of stuff. Let me just make my head a bit smaller here so you can see the whole picture. Or if I just make this bigger, actually. Oh, on my head. Let me just make the... How do I make the page bigger? There we go. So yeah, here you've got all your different digital products. You can edit the design of this. It's really cool. So you can just edit it. I personally like this one. I think it looks super clean. And as you can see here, I've had a free 1 hour course on there, a smaller product, which actually took them to an external URL. And here I sold that program, this one here, on there as well for £97, as you can see. So on your store, basically everything on Stan Store is really self-explanatory in templates. If you wanted to take payments, you go to the settings and start your Stripe, which they use Stripe. You just input your sort code and account number like you do to take payments on any other software. You can track your analytics, you can track your customers, and even if you press more, you'll be able to go to email flows, which I'll talk more about at the end of this video. But as you can see on here, I've sent, if it loads, I've sent 93,000 emails via that flow, which is really cool. Really good open rate and a really good click-through rate as well. 4,000 people have clicked through. You can do email broadcasts on here. So like, for example, once you've got leads, which we'll talk about as well in this video, as you can see, I don't really use Stan Store anymore, but welcome back. Still getting some store visits from somewhere, and some leads actually, I think I just saw. But here, when people are paying for your product, or you'll collect them as a lead, that then goes to your customers, and then you can email market and stuff. But let's upload. So for example, all the stuff on here, you can basically do on here. Create digital products, sell coaching calls, etc. So if you just press add product, you've then got all these different sections. You've got collect emails / applications, like a lead magnet, which we're going to talk about. You can do coaching calls. You can even host a course on there, but I wouldn't personally. You can host webinars. You could link them to an external website or digital product. So what we're going to do is we're going to do digital product. Just going to click that real quick. One sec. For some reason, it just kicks you out randomly sometimes. But yeah, if you create a new product and then digital product, you've then got this really simple template. So you can either, this is what it will look like on your store. You can either have it as a button, which it looks pretty clean. You can have it as a call out or a preview. Again, this looks too big on a store in my opinion. This will convert better, or the button will convert. So if we select image, so what we're going to do is we're just going to upload the TikTok Creator Club image. So I've just uploaded the logos. Then as you can see, it changes that there, right? And then the title, we want to make this really clean. So you could just do something like, I don't know, learn how to grow on TikTok fast. I don't know, something like that, right? And then your subtitle could be, I don't know, 20 plus modules and the exact steps to grow on TikTok, even if you're a beginner, like that. And then you've got get my guide. You could just put something like start learning here, something like that. I like to add emojis, but yeah, just something like that, right? And then you've got your first little product on there. This is now the checkout page where it's more important. So we're just going to upload that logo again. If we just go back to that, go back to the TikTok Creator Club, just to zoom out of that. For this, you want to use 16 by 9. If you're using Canva, I think we talked about it anyway, but you want to use 16 by 9, or I think it's 920 by 1080 in pixels, and then that is the perfect picture size for there. And then what it would do is, as you can see, really simple, it's there. And now you've then got this checkout description page. So again, here, they can just go and purchase. But what we want to do is we want to just make this like really, really packed with value. So usually I wouldn't do this, but I'm just going to do it for this video only. You could just press generative AI and you could say TikTok Creator Club course shows you step by step how to grow on TikTok. Course included and templates. Then it will just start generating you a product description. But myself personally, I would put more time into it. You could even just ask like Claude or ChatGPT to help you write that. But again, you kind of know what's in your product. So I would put on here features that's inside of it, what they're going to get, what they're going to learn, what their life will look like after using it, that type of stuff, right? And on here, it will just generate there. And then you can change all of this. I don't know why this lagging out today, standstill. But yeah, as you can see, right, let's just put replace for a minute. Now you can see it's basically there. So unlock the secrets to rapid TikTok growth. Like it looks like AI's generated it, right? But it's still pretty cool. Okay. You can add a testimonial name, that type of stuff. But what we now want to do is just change the bottom title to start learning. And that will change. And then the button, you can do purchase. Sometimes I like doing get access, because purchase, it makes it seem like they're paying for something, which it sounds crazy, but like a psychology side of thing, if it was something like get access, it sounds a bit better than purchase, because get access doesn't actually make it seem like they're making money, they're spending any money, right? But then you can just change the price. So let's just do, I don't know, 47, or let's put 27. Oh no, we'll put the price as 47, and then we'll do a discount price, which again, if you're launching, looks really cool. they go up to your product, oh, it's 37, and as you can see, you've got a really cool checkout page where they can now input their details and then they can just go and purchase. The most important part here is uploading your digital product. So if you've done it as a PDF, that's cool. I would just drag your file here and upload it. If you're redirecting them to your Whop community, what you then need to do is you need to create a Whop checkout link, which we talked about anyway. You need to create a Whop checkout link for free so that somebody can just go and join. So that Whop checkout link for free, you need to input here if you're using Standstore for payments, so that when they purchase, they get redirected to the Whop community where they can go and join. The same for Skool. If you're hosting just like a PDF or like a guide or a course or a template, you can just upload the file there, which could be a PDF, again, file, template, whatever you want to do, right? And then you've also got options. Then you can do confirmation emails. So what do you want on the confirmation email? Affiliate shares if you want people to affiliate your products. Yeah, countdown timers. You can put like, I don't know, discount ends in 10 days or whatever. Then they can see that. It's really cool, right? And then that will just go onto your store, and then it will just go here on your store. You'll be able to track all your analytics. You'll be able to track your customers, track your income. Just press cash out on your income section. And yeah, basically this is your store link. So if I was to copy that store link now and just copy it into my browser, or if I was to send it to somebody, they could go and click this and they could just go and buy my digital product, which is all the way down here, and they can just go and purchase it. But yeah, that is basically Standstore step by step. So yeah, which one would I actually pick and why, right? So if I was starting from scratch, I'd run everything on Whop personally, because then you can take payments, you can sell anything digital in there, and all offers can be held in there. You're done with you, done for you, and you're do it yourself kind of thing, right? Next step after that, right? Obviously promoting, we're going to get to that in a minute, but I would actually have a CRM system. So why do you actually need one, and what is it? So basically you want to track everything in one place. So if you're getting like, this isn't, I suppose, for low ticket as such. Again, it could be if you want to funnel them to the done with you side of things. But with a CRM, you can track everything in one place. You can see where you can improve / scale, and you can keep up to date with clients. And you can actually see progress as a beginner. Okay, so this is what we've built that can actually take bookings for sales calls or just calls in general, track client progress, allows us to scale at speed without paying for anyone else's software, replaces Calendly, etc. And you can take bookings, leads, track calls all in one place. Because again, if you track everything, you'd be surprised how much more money you can make. So let me just quickly show you what I mean. So we built this. It's actually on Whop itself, right? So on here, you can basically track everything. So your revenue, how many calls you're taking this month. Again, if you're doing like sales calls, great. This is great for you. And even if you're not, it's still cool. Because on here, if you go to the scheduling section, and again, everyone that works one-to-one with me as well, they'll get access to all of this. Or we're just going to be like pricing, I think it's like £10 a month at the minute to use it. But as you can see here, you can edit, you can have invitee questions, and this is basically what it goes to, so that you can take calls on here. It's really cool, right? So then once you go through here, let's just do, I don't know, Charlie, and then me. Say for that, for example, question, new question, continue, and then you select a time and a date, and then once you do that and confirm booking, it then just goes straight to your dashboard, and then it will come up here in customers, or in the call tracker, sorry, customers as well, which I'll get onto in a minute. But on here, you can then see, okay, yeah, I had a call with Ben. I haven't actually, this isn't real data, but then you can see it's scheduled. You can see if they've paid, and once you tick that they've paid, it will just update your dashboard automatically. Here you can then see how many calls you've got on the calendar, for example. And as you can see, there's one back there, but it's just a beta testing data. And then on here as well, for example, you can just add a customer. You can put like a manual revenue. So if they've paid outside of a sales call, but they've paid like £2,000, you can actually track their progress on here as well, when they're renewing, etc., etc. And you can see everything on here. You can even set your own goals as well. But yeah, that is basically what you can do with that CRM software. And we built that for anyone to use for their business. It keeps everything in one place, and you can actually track where money's coming from and where you're losing out on money, basically. So now we actually want to get into building your funnels. So how do we take somebody from basically just being a random viewer all the way to being a customer? And this is like the simple 5-figure per month funnel, right? You've got Whop, where they can go and purchase directly from the Whop dashboard. You've got YouTube, you've got Instagram. You could talk about TikTok as well, because I'm going to talk about TikTok, and obviously LinkedIn as well, right? They're all like great for organic viewers and also paid viewers and stuff like that as well. But this is it, right? Take all that traffic straight to a landing page or a website, like a funnel like this, where you've got your how to X, Y, and Z, a simple VSL, just a video explaining who you are, what you do, and how you can help them, and what they can go and learn. A button where they can go and purchase. But that button can either go to book a call with them, or a simple checkout page where they can go and purchase, right? So what is a funnel for? And this is the simplest way I can put it, right? You can turn viewers into customers. It builds trust. It makes it easy to make money on your end, and it's actually easy steps for the user. They can watch a simple video. They know what the video is going to be about. They know what you do, and then they can just click the button and go and work with you. To make it simpler, right, it's basically this: social media to a website / landing page to a checkout link or book a call. Checkout link, they can go pay directly if it's a low ticket offer, which I would recommend. Or if you're doing a high ticket offer, get them to book a call and then you can talk about it a bit like more on a one-to-one basis. Because if you're doing like a done with you or done for you service, it's a bit more tailored to what they need and what they're actually going to want, rather than just, look, here's a course, go and watch it. So we're going to go through the social media part of this. So all of this part later throughout the course. We're going to go through the landing page part where we actually convert them, and the checkout page where they can actually purchase. So what should actually be on the website / landing page? And I'm going to share step by step in a minute how to actually create all of this, and I'm going to do it step by step how to make one of these in a minute. But what should actually be on the website / landing page? So this is how I'm going to do it, right? And this is how I would do it if I was you. I'd have a simple heading saying helping X do Y by doing Z, or learn how to do X by doing Y by doing Z, for example, right? Then a VSL just underneath it, which is a video sales letter. So simply just share who you are, how you can help, and then provide value. Basically just like a free course answering frequently asked questions and problems that they have, followed with a call to action at the end of the video, i.e. click the button below to start X. That button can then redirect them to a checkout link where they can go and pay directly, or they can book a call with you, right? Then I would have some results. If you haven't got any, don't worry. Then I'd have another button to book underneath. I then have product features, so what you actually get inside that product, and then a button again. For example, here's one of mine, right? So I've got a 24/7 AI business coach for digital products, super simple, cheap product. And as you can see, it's a simple heading. So you're a 24/7 AI business coach for digital products. I've then got a subheading, so like get personalized strategy, instant answers, and step-by-step guidance. I've then just got some results there, some reviews and stuff. I've then got the video VSL. Again, this is just a product page. It's not actually a video VSL, but it's the exact same concept. And I'm going to share my actual one in a minute for my lower DIY offer. I've then just got some like limited time offers, only £27. And I actually created this with AI, and I'm going to share step by step how you can in a minute. And then a simple button. So get your AI coach now, instant access after payment, and just a simple subheading as well. Then I've got features. So what's actually included, right? And then results, and the exact same thing here as well. So header, helping X do Y. So learn how to create and turn digital products into real income. Follow the exact steps to start making £1,000 a month in just a few weeks. This is for one of my lower ticket offers, even with no experience or staying completely faceless. And as you can see here, simple VSL, which basically is just a free course on there. Button, which they can go and click to start learning and earning, and results. And then again, just some results here. Or again, you could just use Standstore to host a free course, so capture emails and then email market. So when someone downloads, you could just redirect them straight to this landing page if you really wanted to. And then you've got their email and stuff as well. So from this, you're not really capturing their emails if you're using your own AI website. But if you're using Standstore like this, where they can go and click that and basically fill in their info for a free 1 hour course, yeah, you're then getting their email and you can email market to them, which is quite cool. Because when someone downloads it, I said you could redirect them to a URL on that checkout page. You could just send them to this page, which is really cool, right? Because then you've got their lead, and then you've got their watching it as well. But how do I actually build one of these? So I'm going to share step by step how to build one of these now, so that you can just go and do this yourself. So if you haven't used this yet, it's really cool, right? So for example, on here, this is what I created my website on, as you can see there. And if we actually search up my website, you'll see that it's fully built out. Let me just show you. Should load pretty quickly. It's probably because I'm processing that video I just done. But yeah, you'll see that that's processing, right? And then on here, you can basically build anything. So we built some cool apps, we built some websites, and tried to actually build the CRMs on here. But there's a lot of better softwares out there for that. But as you can see, this website is fully built on stuff's taking ages to load. I think it's just the Wi-Fi playing up today. But here, simple VSL heading, VSL, click the buttons, etc. All different products, all different offers, etc. But I created this with AI, and it took me a couple of days, realistically, and it's super clean. Again, some stuff's not loading because I think the Wi-Fi is playing up. But yeah, I've done this via Lovable. So what we're going to do is the formula that I just sent you. So heading, VSL, button, results, another button, and then features. So what we're going to say to it, can you create me a simple landing page in this format using a white background with black text and make it look really modern, etc. Okay, so we want to have also my offer is I help beginners learn TikTok, the easy way to make money online. So we want to have a heading helping X, Y, and Z. Then we want to have a VSL, and you want to embed a Loom video. So again, if you're recording on Loom, you can embed those videos, or you can just upload this video manually to the VSL, or download file, which you can just upload the video to. Then underneath the VSL, remember we wanted to have a button, which when clicked takes them to Whop checkout page externally. But again, you can have a booking page on that if you wanted to. Then underneath the button, maybe some results, and then same button, and then again underneath that, product features, and then button. So now what it will do, it will just start building for you. So if we just wait a few minutes, it will start doing it. But let me just show you one actually that you can do it with. So the exact same thing as well is on Whop. So I didn't actually create the software. There's a guy who done this, which is pretty cool, right? And I've got a link for this if anyone wants to use this as well. It's really cool. You can create a funnel inside Whop, right? I don't know how much this stuff costs to use, to be fair, but it's super simple. It's called Funnels. The app's called Funnels. Really cool. Basically on here you can just edit anything. So it's done the funnel for you. You can do it in mobile view, etc. Right? But you can do everything yourself. So you've got different pages. You connect your own domain to it and stuff like that. But basically on here you can just change the text to, I don't know, build and grow on TikTok. And then this button could redirect them to, I don't know, as you can see, link to a page or link URL, and it can take them to a checkout page. Again, here you can just upload a YouTube video, or you can just upload your own video, and then you've got a simple VSL. And then if you wanted to add a pricing section, it just adds it straight there and then. If you wanted to then add, let's just go back to that. If you then wanted to add, I don't know, a upsell, you could then add an upsell as well. If you wanted to add a checkout page, you've then got a checkout page, which you can just link your Whop checkout page. Again, you can do that via Whop, which is funnel is really cool. So if you press publish, that should just publish it. And you've got templates on here. So I don't know, classic landing page. Let's click that. And you've got a simple landing page where, like basically what I just said to you. So you've got the review section, simple heading, simple subheading, a button, a VSL, what you get inside, and simple pricing, right? Really cool. You can start doing that via Whop. It's literally on funnels, which is pretty cool. But on here, on Lovable, you have more sort of like design, and you can basically, this is basically like ChatGPT. If you're watching this, you probably know what ChatGPT is, but Lovable, you can build anything on here. So app, software, anything, right? And I use it for my own websites now rather than paying like, I don't know, Wix or Squarespace and paying that monthly. I just build it myself on here, because if you want a certain, I don't know, countdown timer somewhere, you can put that anywhere on your page whenever you like. And again, if you wanted to upload your own domain, you just press publish at the top right and add custom domain. Just press add a custom domain, and you can just add your own one. You could buy it from GoDaddy or Namecheap, whatever you want to do. If we just press back. But as you can see, it's just done it for you. Your landing page is ready. It features clean hero. As you can see, as simple as that, you've now got a website ready to go. And you can press the tablet view, you can press the mobile view so you can see what it looks like. And you can literally play around with this. So again, here you might say to it, look, this button is hanging off the end of the page. If you tell it that, it will literally do it for you and remove that bug. If we press open preview, you can then see it's simple. It's literally a simple landing page, right? It's all you kind of need. Again, this won't convert crazy good because I've just done it from one prompt and told it one thing. But as you can see, this stuff works, right? These funnels, you don't need complex funnels. You just need something to say, I help X do Y. A simple VSL and a simple button. And again, if you haven't got one of these already, like you're wasting so much money. Like you're sorry, not wasting so much money. You're missing out on so much money, right? And again, that is how I'd simply build it. And again, if you want to just publish that, you can add custom domain and then just publish it, and then you've just got a published website. So for example, charlienewnham.com. If you went to that, you can see my website is published and live and ready to go, right? So on here, I've got my coaching, my one-to-one. This isn't a VSL. This is basically just me saying pretty much what I'm telling you in this video, how I help X, Y, and Z do X, Y, and Z, and how you can go and do it as well. And then just a simple book a call, which is really cool, right? But that is literally Lovable, and that is Standstore, and that is how you can build a simple funnel. And again, that is just this part of it, and we're going to get onto, too big of a circle, going to get onto the calls and the checkout pages, that type of stuff in a minute. Payment processing, setting up what payments, this is actually what I use So for example, when we went onto Whop, if you wanted to just go to the payment section or the checkout links, you can just create a checkout link and then just send that link to anybody whenever you like. Also the same for Stand Store for high ticket. You can do the exact same via that, right? And now we're on to the big part, which is the content and marketing strategy. So in this section, I'm going to be talking about TikTok and Instagram. And myself, as I'm recording this, I've got about 110,000 followers, subscribers across everything, across all my channels, across all my platforms and everything. So I kind of know a thing or two about content and marketing. But again, not just like going viral, actually getting customers from content, which is great. So TikTok and Instagram, right? It's kind of the same thing, but there's a few tweaks which we'll talk about. And again, this is the big one that I'm just going to be talking about in a minute, the power of YouTube. If you wait for this one, you're going to make so much money. But yeah, engaging content, which is hooks, call to actions, and personal story, you're going to make so much money, right? And how can people actually relate to you? So engaging content, what do I actually mean by that? So the first 2 seconds, you want to reel in the audience with a hook. If you don't know what that is, basically, if I was recording a video right now and I wanted to help somebody lose weight, I would do this. Here's how you can lose weight. Here's how you can lose weight within 30 days and you don't even need to go to the gym. Or here's 5 simple tips that you can, or here's 5 protein meals that you can make this week with £10, or something like that, right? It's a hook that basically solves the audience problem straight away, stops them from swiping, right? And the most important word in a hook at the start of a video is the word you. So if you're saying you, it doesn't matter what you're talking about, someone's going to stop scrolling because it might actually be like, relevant to them because you've said the word you. Make sure each 2 to 3 seconds you're keeping the viewer engaged. So maybe just changing the viewer, the frame, the way you approach the video, something in the frame, right? Text might pop up, just keep them watching. That's what you want to do. Because again, if you keep them watching, you then get pushed. Your video will get pushed to more people because TikTok and Instagram reward you for keeping your viewers on the platform. So they'll just put your video to millions of more people. Call to action. So for example, like this video to see more videos like this to help you achieve X, or follow for more tips on X. Comment X and I'll message you. Anything to bring them back to follow, right? So that's the engagement side of things. And then you've got your personal story. Just make my head a bit bigger now. You then got your personal story. So with the call to action and hook, now talk about your personal story. That's what I would do because then people can relate to you. So where did you start? What are you trying to do? Why are you doing X, whatever you're teaching them? And again, if you use your audience pain points, use that in your TikTok content, talk about pain points. This way your viewers will relate to you, equals a follow, right? And again, followers don't mean money, but they do in some respect if they follow you and then eventually purchase from you. If your viewers can't relate, understand, or receive any value from you, they just simply won't follow, and you need to treat every video as a viral one, and then it'll go viral. Like, trust me, it will. But then saying that, to be fair, most videos that I think will go viral, they don't, which is crazy, right? And the one way to actually grow your followers on TikTok, in my opinion, across my platform, my accounts, and all of my students' accounts, is all of the above, and consistency and connections, right? So the TikTok strategy, in my opinion, is not like 5 hashtags and you're going to go viral, or post it 10 times a day, making sure you're posting once every hour. Like, it doesn't really matter. If your content's not good, or any of these 3 things, it's just not going to go viral, right? If you're not consistent, forget about going viral or even growing your account. If you're not providing any value or your story, forget about it, in my opinion. And if you haven't got any hooks or engaging content, people are just going to swipe past, because all of these 3 things equals money, in my opinion, right? So consistency. So again, how many times am I posting a week? In my opinion, you need to be posting 4 to 5 times at least, like literally at least, if you want to see growth. And what am I posting when I do? I would do 2 carousels, so like the video swiping through content. And again, if you want help with content and stuff, I'll always leave a link down below. You can book a call with me, and I'll just help you do all of this, by the way, and map out your own strategy and stuff. But yeah, carousels and videos per week. Value and story. Am I actually giving my viewers a reason to watch? Am I entertaining? Am I educating or providing any value to their life? If not, they're just going to swipe. It's just a harsh reality, right? Are you sharing stories on carousels? Why you want to help others? Trust me, people want to hear about you, right? They want to hear about you as well and how you can help. Another thing, am I sharing free tips leading to them wanting more or wanting to pay for a product with your knowledge? You've got to provide some kind of value or a reason for people to follow you. Otherwise, your followers will just not grow, and that just equals no sales. But again, followers don't always mean sales, because again, you could get a 1 million view video and get 10,000 followers from it, but they're never going to buy anything from you. So again, don't worry too much about that. But hooks / engaging content. So again, is my content engaging? Are the first 2 to 3 seconds reeling the viewer in? Because the first 2 to 3 seconds of your video are the most important. Because if they don't watch that bit and they've swiped, then they don't really qualify as a view, and then TikTok just won't push you out further in Instagram. Again, if they can't watch past the video past 2 seconds, it will just not go viral. And how can I actually get my viewers to stay engaged? What do they want to hear? And it's simply the hook. So the hook is your audience problem. So if one of your audience problems are people who don't know how to make money with, I don't know, you're helping people trade, I don't know, with trading, right? And they don't know how to trade or anything like that. I would do, I don't know, here's 5 simple tips for beginners who are looking to start in trading to actually make £1,000 a month, right? That is a simple hook that is going to help somebody with that niche, right? Now, how do you actually drive traffic to TikTok from your digital products? Selling in the DMs, so when they message you or you message them, link in bio, so you can have a link in the bio, or call to action, so comment X and I'll send you this, or click the link in my bio and you can go and purchase X, Y, and Z. And that all makes money, right? So call to actions, so comment fitness and I'll send you my 5-day shredded blueprint. That could be one of your offers. Click the link in my bio if you want to go learn further, or I made a step-by-step breakdown for you. It's in the link in my bio. When they actually message or when they comment fitness, just message the comment with a DM script. So I wouldn't message every single person individually, like with a new message. I would just have something set in stone that works for you. And again, this won't be the first script that you ever do. It's something that you want to test with reply rate and how people engage with it. I would just say, hey, you commented X to learn X. What are you currently struggling with right now? And then when they reply, actually just voice note the user and just say, okay, yeah, let's fix that. So basically I'm X and I do X. And then talk about how you can solve the problem that they just basically told you. Like listen to the customer first, like listen to the viewer first before you even offer them anything. Talk about how you can solve a problem and that they could go and learn in the link in my bio, or they could just book a call with you, right? So you want to qualify them as a lead at least, and then repeat. Okay, so that's the same for Instagram, but you can actually automate this with a lead magnet. Let me just quickly show you what I mean by that. Oh wait, actually, let's get onto this part first. So reels and stories, right? You can call to action in/on the post. So comment info to receive a 30-minute free course. When they initiate contact, once info has been commented, direct the message the viewer/interested individual. Hey, you commented info on my post to receive a 30-minute free course on selling digital products as a complete beginner. Here's the link. And you can actually use ManyChat to auto reply to all your comments. Let me just quickly show you what I mean. Okay, so this is ManyChat, right? You've probably seen it anyway, but if you haven't, it's really cool. So you've got automations and you've got contacts and stuff. Basically on here, really cool. So let me just show you this one, for example. Whenever somebody comments on my post or reel, if you click that, you'll be able to see. If they comment info, you can send them multiple replies straight away. And then when they've actually commented info, so in your video, you could say comment info and I'll send you X, Y, and Z. Here, I've got, hey, you commented info for the digital product side hustle, which actually allowed me to quit my job. I have attached a link below with more info, and you'll even be able to book in a free call with myself if there's something you want to learn. As you can see, 372 of them delivered, 231 have opened, and 161 of them have actually clicked, which is really cool, right? And you can do this really simply. Just go into automations, new automations. You just got to link your Instagram and your Facebook, and that is how you can basically automate that, which is really cool. Saves you having to message everyone like step by step, right? But that's just for Instagram and Facebook, which is really annoying. You can't do it via TikTok yet unless you're in Canada and America, I believe. So the US audience watching this, you're in for a treat because you can actually do that. But yeah, talk about your personal journey and why you created paid product and how it can help the viewer even further. Bang, sell, rinse and repeat. And it sounds really simple, but it is if you follow this process step by step. Then results, testimonials, testimonials, and results come in. Put results twice. Share that on your story, how your free product helps, followed by link to paid product and voice notes. If you're sending voice notes to people, like you're going to make so much money because voice notes build trust straight away and eliminates like any. If someone's messaging you for the first time, before even trying to sell them something, they want to know why, like if this is even legit, even if like etc. Like voice notes, people can like trust you straight away with a voice note. Put it this way, right? So that is TikTok and Instagram. And I'm now going to talk about the power of YouTube, because if you want higher ticket clients or just clients in general, I'm telling you now, YouTube is the place. Okay, so myself, right, I've done 20K per month doing YouTube, multiple months, 20K alone just from YouTube. You get better viewers, interested viewers. And the biggest difference between TikTok has from Instagram and TikTok, people have a choice to click your video. So you had a choice to click this video, right, because you want to learn how to make 30K per month selling digital products or digital offers, right? Which instantly means that you have interested viewers. So you haven't just come across their feed or their reels. They actually had a choice to click your video, which means they'll either search the keywords in the video. You could have done a video about how to learn to ride a bike, or your video might be how to do email marketing with AI in 2025. They saw your thumbnail, they saw the title of the video, and they clicked your video, which means, okay, you only got 500 views on YouTube compared to 100,000 on TikTok. But let me just tell you, right? Tell you though, 99% of those TikTok viewers were forced to have your video placed on their phone / For You page as it's a viral video. YouTube, they all had a choice to click your video. So they all saw what the video is about, what they'll learn inside, and what the video is going to look like, right? You even get a preview of what the video is going to look like before you click it sometimes. And again, the customer you'll get from YouTube is 10 times the quality compared to TikTok because they've actually watched your content for longer. And this is how simple YouTube should be, right? You've got your long list of audience problems. So, okay, they don't know how to lose weight. They don't know how to start an email campaign. They want to lose weight without going to the gym. Whatever your audience problems are, just create YouTube videos around them. So they don't know how to lose weight at home. Okay, just simply have a video of how to lose weight at home without eating healthy. Don't know how to start an email campaign? How to start email campaigns as a complete beginner, easy sales, right? If they want to lose weight without going to the gym, do a video, how to lose weight quickly without using the gym. It's really, really simple, right? And just record the damn video, just keep it raw and real, build trust. Like this guy, William Brown, I watch all of his stuff. It's really cool. And that's why I've actually gone into like the raw type of videos, no heavy editing, just basically just sharing what I know because of this guy. It's really cool. I think he sold his course to an equity firm for like 10 million, or it might be 15 million or something, which is really cool, right? You've then got Fred as well. Somebody who hates their business. The title is How to Make More Money Without Hating Your Business. If you don't hate your business, you're not going to click that. Or if you don't want to hate your business, then you're probably going to click that, actually. Do you see? So get a selfie in the same frame as you're sat in. So this is actually a selfie and a screenshot from inside the video. So you know what the video is going to be about, and it sort of makes you read the title. And this as well, that's a screenshot from the same frame that you're in, and use that as the thumbnail of the video. So no fancy editing or anything like that. How to actually record the video and how it should be structured and tips. The first 10 seconds, back the title of the video. So say your title was Here's How to Make £10,000 from Scratch. Talk about you're going to learn how to do this at the start of the video. You're then going to talk about who you are and how I help people. So if this is the first video you've ever seen of me, keep this short and sweet, by the way, because again, they don't care about this. They just care about this hook and this title. I'm Kingsley, I do X, Y, and Z, and I've helped X, Y, and Z, right? A slight call to action, just keep it raw. But yeah, that's me. And if you want to 10K per month selling digital products, I'll leave a link down below, etc., right? And then 90% of it is given the education and the value. So now spend time actually telling them how to do the title, which is what you promised them. You promised them that in the title, right? And then I just do this until you physically can't think of anything else to say. And whilst you're educating, just say again, look, if you want to do this yourself, I'll leave a link down below to book a free call with me, or if you want to go and learn further, here's how you can go and learn. And that is literally it, right? Tips to consider: keep the video raw, so no editing. If you're doing a Miro video like this or like a Canva video, I would do the intro talking to the camera and then cut to the actual video. Feels more raw and real then. And then what I would do is I would just create thumbnails out of your video and get a screenshot from your video and put it as a thumbnail. This way the title is way more important than, yeah. So for example, if the thumbnail is not heavily edited, then the title is more important than they read, which means they're highly interested in the actual topic, not how cool the thumbnail looks. And then again, when people watch your videos, where should we send them? Again, this is like a Whop landing page that you can use via Whop. Title, how I help and who I help. Quick VSL video to explain everything. A button to go and book a call / take payment, and reviews. And that's it, basically. When the button is clicked, let's send them to a simple calendar to book a call with yourself or a simple checkout page. As this VSL just explains everything, right? Like we talked about our landing page at the start, or a couple of slides back now, and that's just going to make you a load of money, right? Inside the content and marketing stuff as well, you've also got live shopping. So people are crushing it on TikTok lives and Instagram lives, because the power of this means you can eliminate like sales calls, DMs, and just quickly just go live and answer all frequently asked questions and just showcase your products on live. There's a whole video coming on this when I nail it myself, because again, I don't do a lot of this, but I've done TikTok lives a couple of times, made a couple of thousand on TikTok lives. So again, there'll be a whole video on that when I've nailed that myself. And what content actually converts into sales? So being real and building trust. Solving problems without actually charging. Sort of sounds cliche, but it's true. Don't just give everything away for free. But also, like, no one wants to pay something directly if they've just seen you for the first time ever. And also, content isn't there to just sell. So you can't just record a video and post it to TikTok saying, my product is on sale this weekend. Like, because that video is going to reach 90% of people who don't even follow you. 10% of them will. But no one's going to buy that unless you have an audience already. That's just the harsh reality. Like, if you don't have 100,000 followers, it's quite hard to just do a video and expect to get sales if you're just saying, go and buy my product. So that is the content and marketing side of things, right? You know, I said about my free course and getting leads and lead magnets. We've now got a whole section on this. So again, if you're liking this free course, yeah, just comment down below what you're thinking so far, what your offer is going to be, what your niche is. Because again, this is like the craziest video I've ever recorded, and I put a lot of time into this. It's taken me weeks to put this together because of everything that I've learned myself over the last nearly 2 years now as I'm recording this. Thousands of pounds generated, and basically the trial and errors that I've had to face so that you guys can go and do this yourself. Okay, so lead magnets, right? Lead magnets that actually convert, so like free guides, free courses, etc. So free videos, courses, guides, YouTube. Not really a community. Again, we'll talk about it in this video, but not really a community in my opinion, but I'll give an example of what you could do if you wanted to have a free community. So lead magnets are great, right? Especially if you're trying to nurture long-term clients, or if you've got a wait list for a launch, etc. Also for email marketing, you can't email market without leads. You need to have leads. So my free course has actually generated me £30,000 from as little as 5,000 views / leads. It's actually like nearly double that now, to be fair. I also had a beginner's free guide to digital products that I ran for about 10 months that generated me £30,000 itself directly from that product, which I had a direct link in there, which I could track via a tracking link. Simply, a free guide / free incentive before your paid product should answer these things only. In my opinion, you can add more, obviously, but you don't want to give too much free value that you can go and do it themselves. Frequently asked questions, so people always have about your niche, along with answers to the questions. So this answers all the doubt for the lead, so more chance to convert, right? You want to educate and provide value to the point they need to learn more rather than a want, which is really cool. However, you want to wow them in your free guide, not actually show them the how. So as your paid product / your service is actually the how, you don't want to show them the how, you want to show them wow and how they can do it. How they can do it with a wow. Do you see what I mean? A discount code can actually be great as well for conversions. So, okay, this free guide was really good and I got a small discount. I have to buy this now. It's something that I done myself that converted really well. A personal story about yourself, so how you've overcome the audience doubts, whatever their doubts are, and testimonials if you have them. A good free lead magnet conversion rate, so roughly for every 100 lead downloads, you should get about 2 to 3 sales if you have a good funnel, if you have a good marketing strategy, and if you have a solution that solves a problem, and that's if you have a £97 product. Obviously, if you have a cheaper product, you'll convert more, but £97, realistically, that is what we're kind of looking at. You should get a lot more than that, realistically, but I'm just saying that on an average, just in case you're starting from scratch. And a lead magnet will be different for most niches. So you want a good lead magnet that your audience will actually download, watch, and use. So for example, if you're somebody who helps 40-year-old dads to lose weight without having any time to work out, then if he doesn't have any time to work out, then they're not going to have any time for a 30-minute free course or workout training, in my opinion, right? They'll be more suited to a quick ebooks / free guide that will help them get all the frequently asked questions and where they can receive the help from yourself. You want to know the best lead magnet over time? YouTube. Like, that place is crazy. You're probably watching this on YouTube yourself. Think of YouTube as your portfolio or a massive course someone can just watch for free. So think how big this video is. It's for free on here, right? Like, it takes 7 hours of education or viewing for someone to buy from you, as the stats say. And over time, think how many people will watch your YouTube video over and over and over again. Like, this place is just crazy, YouTube. Take that into thought, right? And again, I talked about free community. Here's the pros and cons of that. So if you're thinking of running a free community, great, but you need to consider all of this that I'm about to share, because I've actually done it myself, and decide whether you want to go straight to paid DIY offers or free and then get them into the DIY offer. So again, free communities can actually be great if you can give so much free value and info away that they feel bad they haven't paid anything. So it could be a course, it could be a guide, it could be software, it could be support, it could be live streams. But then it can also be great if you have loads of upsells, or at least one DIY product / offer they can purchase as the next step. A course and next step, i.e. support / VIP. So the pros and cons of that is great to build a brand. You can build a community group of people that are outside of social media. It's outside of social, so no relying on views for an income. You can then upsell in there and nurture clients, and it's basically one big freebie, which is great. The only thing with that is you're going to attract loads of freebiers and want everything done for you in that community. Volume also equals energy. You might have to hire if you have loads of people in there. It's quite hard to maintain. It's a heavy workload. So that's just my pros and cons of that myself. But yeah, that is lead magnets. And then once you've obviously got leads, you need to do email marketing that converts. Again, I do email marketing myself every single day. I think it's something that people should always do. So I'm going to share step by step my email marketing video that converts, which is just another video that's inside my course that you're basically going to have inserted for free here. And share how you can email market it with those leads. So yeah, I'm just going to insert that clip now. Okay, so in this lesson I'm going to be sharing some email marketing that actually converts, like with info, with digital products, that type of stuff. And I'm even going to share some scripts that I've used as like a 3-day email marketing flow from when somebody gets my free lead magnet all the way to becoming a customer. It's helped me make thousands of pounds from literally just sharing a free product, getting them on my email list, and then sending them emails over the next 3 days, which has worked for me ever since I started doing it. I've sent over like 30,000 emails. There's a decent conversion rate number on them as well, and you can see clicks, views, who's opened them, all that type of stuff. Yeah, there's loads of others like email marketing softwares out there. For me, I use Skool as my email marketing at the minute. But if I find a better one, then I will move over to that. But at the minute, I don't do too much email marketing, but it has generated me thousands over the last year, etc. So email marketing that converts, right? So let's just simplify this. So email marketing can make thousands if done right and not salesy. Again, you can send an email saying, hey, new product out, new launch out. That's great. Only if you have a really high engaging email list that are on a wait list for you, for example. But if there's somebody who's downloaded something for free, 70% of the time, those free leads are just going to be dead leads because they just, people just download stuff for free and want stuff for free. They don't actually want to send any money to you. Email marketing can make thousands, right? So my perfect formula for info products, this is what I found at the minute, is a 3-day email broadcast or a free email flow. Doesn't need to be 3 days exactly. 7 is also great too, so sending emails over the next sort of 7 days. First, an email reminder that remind them that they actually just signed up to the free product / the waitlist. So they might have got your free course, downloaded it, but they're not watching it until this evening or tomorrow. But if you send that first email reminder, it's still fresh on their mind because they've come across your video, they downloaded your free guide or whatever it is that they've signed up to. And just sending that first email actually gives that reminder to them, oh yeah, I remember that, I'm still interested in that, etc. Second email, hey, how did you find the X? So for example, hey, how did you find the free course, or how did you find the waitlist? How did you find the free video? All that type of stuff. And also you can send a discount code to the paid product, which works really well. Discount codes works really well, especially to an email list, because then they feel a bit more special rather than just giving a discount code to absolutely everyone on the planet. But then the third email, hey, here's a story about client or your own specific results. So if you don't have any clients yet, that's fine. If you could talk about your own specific result or what's helped you, removing any doubt in their mind that you're not legit. Removing any doubt in their mind that you're not legit and you can actually get them results. Broadcasts, as in one-off email campaigns, I would only really do that on launches or once a month discount codes to high quality leads. So this exact email flow, if we go to here, let me just make my head a bit smaller. As you can see here, this is what I've done on Standstore. So I've got a free 1-hour course, and as you can see, 30,000 emails I've sent, 43% have opened, which is a good open rate to be honest, and then 7% have clicked the link on there, and the link in this email, which I'll show you in a minute, is actually a link to my paid product. And then there's a conversion rate of about 1 to 2% from that. So yeah, if you do 1% on 2,000, that's about 20 people just from that one email, which is about £2,000 in itself. Actually, no, about £3,000 with a price increase. Then also we sent an email 1 hour later. So this isn't even a 3-day email flow. This is actually just a free email. So 1 minute after they've got it, just to remind them, 1 hour later, and then 24 hours later as well. And as you can see, 24 hours later, or when I send the next email, the open rate actually increases. But although the open rate increases, but the click rate for the links decrease. But what you want with this is the people that are opening it 24 hours later, it's going to be a smaller amount of link clicks because ultimately those people are still interested, and you've got a good pool of people there who are still interested in your product, which is what you want. You don't just want 30,000 dead leads pretty much. As you can see here, again, say we do a 1% conversion rate, that's 15 people again, and then here it's about 7. So again, there's thousands here in digital product sales, and that's just from again, some of the emails are better conversion rates than others. Like this one's about 4%, I believe. So that's about 28 sales, something like that. But yeah, first email, as I say, hey, I'm so excited for you taking your first step. The free course, etc., is a great place. By the way, don't just copy these scripts and stuff because otherwise everyone's got the same email. But again, you'll be selling your own products anyway. And then again, I'm just talking a bit about myself. If you don't know me, I'm Charlie. That should say digital products, not digital marketing as such. I actually need to change the pricing on that. So it's great that I actually look back through this. And as you can see, I'll just talk about my product and then a discount code again. So yeah, as you can see, that's just the first email. And then the second email, which is an hour later, is, hey, I hope you found my digital let me change that again to digital products. I need to actually change this. I'll probably convert even more now. Hope you found my digital product course as I filled it out. I also answered a load of questions I get before starting out the DWS. But now it's time to start digital, change that, digital products again, digital products, side hustle to make at least £1,000 a month, etc., etc. And again, I'll talk about the product and then a discount code. So yeah, and then we go to the third email, 24 hours later. That should say, okay, it does. Hi, customer name. I wanted to tell you a story about Harrison, someone I started to help, etc. And then, yeah, they've made £40,000 now, and that's in my smaller course. So, yeah, as you can see, that is just a simple, let me just change the pricing again. That is just a simple email flow that actually works. As I say, that's worked for me now for the last sort of 8 months now, I'd say, since I launched the DWS. Sort of 10 months as I'm recording this. So that is email marketing that converts. But again, just follow this really. Again, you can't really do email marketing if you have no leads. And again, if you want to just get high ticket sales, you wouldn't really be offering something for free as such. And if you are, just do it to YouTube. Send them to YouTube and they can see your portfolio of work and how you're going to help people. And okay, also I forgot to say as well, just going on to the second part of email marketing, I created an email coach which is on Claude. So if you don't know what Claude is, really cool software, kind of like ChatGPT but better. There's something down the left hand side called projects, right? If you go onto here, you can basically create your own projects. So here I created an email coach where I just put everything in here. So like, this is me, I'm the founder of X, Y, and Z, and your job is to write high converting emails and stuff. So on there, you can basically tell it to do everything. So like, I had a dead email list for one of my old lead magnets, and I thought, let's try and revive it a little bit. It's actually converting really well, which is really cool. So again, that's just how you can create something. So again, you just go into projects and press new project, and whatever you want to call your project, and just tell it what you want it to do, and it will just do it for you, which is really cool. Okay, so the next part, talking more about like selling in the DMs when people are messaging and stuff. So like starting conversations, qualifying leads, DM to sale framework, when to move to a call versus close in DM. So just going to talking about this really quickly. Like if someone's messaging in the DMs, hey, can you help me out with stuff? Basically just listen to whatever they need help with, whatever their problems are. And then you can just qualify them, see if they're ready for your product. If they haven't got any money to purchase straight away, send them to your free lead magnet. If they're start conversations with people. So even when people are following you, just drop them a message, just say, hey, thanks for the follow. What made you follow? How can I help? This is how I help, etc. And when to actually move to a call versus closing DM. So what I would do if somebody's really interested and they sound like a higher ticket sort of audience person, just get them to book a call, in my opinion, because it's really easier to just jump on a call and just see what they need help with. The DM to sale framework, basically, if someone messages you, you just need to understand what their problems are and say that you have a solution. And it's really, really just that simple. Like, it sounds really simple, but it is. Like, if you listen, like before you try and offer anything and send any of your services, just listen to what they need help with, and then you can basically just send the solution, and you can use all the copy that they've basically just said, look, I need help with this because of this. And you can say, well, this product helps you with this and it solves this for you, you know? And that is really it. So that's selling in the DMs, right? And sales calls, what do they actually need? Ask them what they need help with. And sales calls is really, really simple. So again, this is from the funnel, so this part of it, okay? So sending people from your socials, getting obviously viewers and stuff to your landing page. If they're then booking a call and you're doing sales calls, which is for that higher ticket stuff, I suppose, you need to actually understand why you need them. So if you're doing a sales call to try and sell your £47 product, you're just doing everything completely wrong, because you shouldn't need to do that. I would only jump on a call with somebody. It's like, for example, like yourself, you can book a call down below with myself to work one-to-one with me. That's not for my program, so I wouldn't jump on the call and then say, yeah, look, my DIY is this, and it's like a really cheap option, right? I just wouldn't do it. It's not beneficial for my time as a business, right? Whereas like a sales call, you can go on there and it's more for like done for you, done with you side of things, okay? So when you actually need to take sales calls, it's more for high ticket stuff. Okay, so I wouldn't jump on calls for like a £47 product. It's just really not worth it for yourself and probably for them. You could just answer their question in their DM or a voice note, right? Call structures. If someone's booked a call with you, and again, like you can take calls and everything via your own form. So on here, this is our CRM. So you can use Calendly, you can use cal.com, but on here, which is our sales CRM, you can basically create an event. If I just make my head smaller, create an event, and then you can send this form to somebody. They can book a call. You can link your Google Meets, and you can they can fill out the form, which is really simple. Basically, this should just be some frequently asked questions on here, in my opinion. They can book a call, and then you'll see on here, okay, how many calls have I got today? You can track them, and then you can see if they convert, which is really cool, right? But the biggest problem I think people do it like have is when somebody books on a call, I think a lot of people flap and it's like, okay, what do I do now? Whereas if someone books a call with myself, I literally let them I just listen, because if you're somebody who came to me and said, look, I want help with this for my business, I'll literally just tell me like, just tell me what you need help with and I'll be able to help you. The first thing I always say is, look, whatever you need help with, just let me know, and if I can help you, I'll fire over some options. If I can't, we just go our own ways. Like nothing has changed from this after this call, other than we can either get you there quicker or we can't. Do you see? And the first thing I always do on a call is just be like, hey, go through the form that they filled out from the call, whether that's Calendly, cal.com, or the forms that we use ourselves. And again, you might see a link down below, either cal.com or our own one. It sort of changes just to see what sort of gets more calls, I suppose, and helps you guys on a bigger basis. But how should a call actually be structured? So again, firstly, I would just say, look, hey, what is it that you do? And this is what I do. Basically, just say what you need help with, and then listen to what they need help with. And you might have some objections throughout the way after you've said your price, which we'll talk about in a minute. But let's just say, okay, you've talked about what it is that you do, and then they tell you what they need help with. Pretty much share how you helped, if you've already got results, share how you helped that client with that specific problem. If you don't have that, share how your solution solves that, basically. And if somebody has any objections when you say a price, which is going to be you're done with you or you're done for you, like a higher price range, if they have any objections like, I don't know, yeah, I need to speak with my wife or my business partner or my husband, or yeah, I need some time to think about it, I literally just say, look, you booked the call because you wanted to do this. Like, you know that you want to do this. And look, if it takes a couple of weeks to do it, you're going to be a couple of weeks behind. I don't really pressurize it, because if somebody wants to work with me and they want something done, they booked a call for a reason, because they want it done and they have the money to invest there and then, right? I wouldn't book a call with somebody if I wasn't ready to like invest into something and want to exceed and get to that next stage quicker. So again, I would just basically just say, look, yeah, that's fine. But 9 times out of 10, if your product's really good and you just listen to their problems and just told them how you've got a solution, and your product's really good and your offer's really good, like what we talked about throughout this whole course, then there's no way that they're not going to purchase there and then. How I actually take payment, 9 times out of 10, I do it on the call. So you can just fire over the link to them on the call and they can pay and they're in. Sometimes they need to say like, look, yeah, I need to go, or yourself, you might have another call and there's time running over. So what you can do is you can take their WhatsApp number and send the link via there, which is what I do as well a lot of time, because it helps. Like then they have your WhatsApp number, they can contact you with any questions before paying. It just works really well. You can go in the DMs and do voice notes. But apart from that, like sales calls are really simple. Basically, just have a booking form. They can book a call and let them tell you what they need help with. And if you can help them, fire over some options. And if you can't, you just go your separate ways. That yeah, you're not going to get a sale from that. But if they're not the right person, you don't want to work with them anyway on a one-to-one basis. Like the rules that we talked about, you only help, I don't know, you only help dads perhaps, or you only help mums lose weight, or I don't know, you only help businesses who want to use email marketing, whatever your niche is. If they weren't the right person, then that's kind of a lucky miss for yourself, because they might just ask for a refund in a couple of months because they weren't the right person for that offer, which is absolutely fine. Okay, so that is basically sales calls. In my opinion, there's nothing really more to it other than just listen and see what they need help with. And then once you've actually got clients and they've paid, what does that then look like? And again, I can't actually believe how in depth this course is for you guys. Yeah, I would have loved to have had this when I first started, but onboarding clients, right? So the first 24 to 48 hours, how does it look? And this is basically the same with mine as well. You create an onboarding doc, or like a Google Doc, a Notion, or like on WhatsApp. Just send questions that allows you, sorry, not always, that allows you to give the best resources / plan for them to hit the desired outcome. I would then just create an onboarding doc again from that, and then ask for goals, etc., to look back on when it comes to student results. So like, I don't know, Tim wanted to make £2,000 last 2 months ago, and now he's made £200,000 online, right? It just shows that really cool transformation. And then set an expectations, right? What results can look like, what the process will look like, and then just put some boundaries and rules like, hey man, look, you can message me, but I'm offline after like 8 p.m. most nights, right? Get them results fast, so send over access to all the materials, software if they need it, and a calendar if you're doing done with you. And that is it, basically, if you're onboarding new clients. Getting client results, and I can't stress this enough, this is the most important part. Like, that's why somebody's paid you, otherwise it's just a waste of time for yourself and them. Again, obviously you still get paid, which is great, but it's not great, because when somebody comes to you, oh, have you got any results? You can't really say yes. Just like for myself, I've got Simon, one-to-one, he's made £9,000 within the first week of January. You've got Fred, he's doing his faceless sales method, which he basically helps people get into high ticket sales. You've got Harrison, he made £40,000 within a couple of months, just crushing his own AI niche and that type of stuff. If you don't have client results, it's really hard to do this. And Sarah as well, she actually just landed her first couple of clients from YouTube alone. She's got 20 subscribers, which is crazy. Like a £4,000 or £5,000 package just from her YouTube channel. And it's like with a fashion niche and helping people in their grow their fashion brands, because she's worked with like Hugo Boss and stuff. Just sick, right? So getting client results. I would have accountability systems so that you can basically be there to say, look, how are you getting on? I would then do weekly check-ins or daily check-ins, whatever you want to do, obviously for your benefits, your time and the value that they've paid. Because again, if they paid you a lump sum done with you or done for you, like if you're not checking in, they're just going to be off track. They're not going to be motivated. They're not going to remember why they did it, and ultimately that's where refunds come in, because they aren't putting in the work. And it kind of comes down to your accountability and your check-ins. If you're not checking in, then they're not going to bother. They're just going to forget about it. It's just money lost in their head, right? Make sure they're actually doing the work. So if they're not doing the work, again, you can only do so much and say, look, how are you getting on, and help them on the calls and stuff. But if they're not doing the work, it's just pointless. Like if they're not willing to help themselves, then it's not really worth you helping them. And again, if you're doing high ticket stuff and you've got a really good offer, and you follow everything that we talked about, the higher ticket stuff, people will be absolute winners, like we talked about. And again, for myself, I only work one-to-one with winners, people that I know are going to work for themselves to get to the desired goal. Because if they don't, it's just a waste of time from my end and your end. Like it's just no point. And what to actually do when somebody's stuck. So if somebody's stuck and they don't know what to do, the best thing you can do is just literally just pick up the phone and give them a call. I know look, it might not be beneficial for you and your time, but it's better than a £500 to £2,000 chargeback. You just don't want that. Again, for myself, I've had like one refund, and it was simply because someone apparently paid on their brother's card or something. I just thought, look, you haven't even watched the course yet, so I'm just going to refund. Out of like 3,000 customers, it's the only one I've ever had, which is great, right? But that's basically just because they just paid, someone paid on their card or whatever. But when somebody's stuck, right, you'd rather ring them and waste a bit of time on your end, waste a bit of time in your eyes. You'd rather ring them and make sure they're okay and get them back on track, because if you're somebody who's teaching somebody a specific niche and a specific solution, you know how to get back on track and you know how to get out that unstuck process. So that is literally what I would do to get them results, and just make sure you give them the best resources possible. And if your product solves all of their audience problems, all the audience problems in the first place, then it's going to get them results. Okay, so now after obviously getting them results and obviously getting the results, right? You don't want to get the testimonials and then build social proof with those results. So when do you actually get the results, and how do you ask? Basically, when they get a result or whatever your service has been to them or your product, basically just ask them when they finished it or they've got their results. And again, this actually comes when you've been, what's the thing? If you've been checking in with them, you know like how far they've come or what their goals were at the start. If you haven't been checking in, then you don't really know like how well they're doing. So it's going to be quite hard, and it's going to be like quite random if you just reach out to them a couple of weeks after they bought your product or your service, and then you message them and be like, how are you doing? Like it's going to be quite hard. My advice would be to screenshot everything. Obviously, if it's approved by them, like make sure it's okay to approve that and stuff, and then just share it online, like a story sequence. Do crazy, right? If I just quickly show you what one of mine was on Instagram. 1 second, where is it? Here we go. So on here, I basically created this story sequence. So I basically just did finally opening seats for my coaching, where you can book a call with me whenever you like. For business owners, etc., who want to earn, free up more time and earn more profit, right? And we're looking for free business owners, coaches, etc. And on there, that's kind of like the hook and what the story sequence is about. Or like this one, for example. It doesn't matter if you're starting out, you have no experience. It will help. I'll help you with the entire thing, etc. It's kind of like you're talking about audience problems there after the hook, and then you're talking about the product, and again some more sort of like audience problems, so it doesn't matter if you're a complete beginner or you feel like you can't create anything. And then here, just a simple call to action: DM me 5 Figure Simplified, and then they can message, and then I'll help them and basically talk talk about how I can help them, and basically just jump on a call and go from there. So that's like a really cool story sequence, right? And that's not really just from testimonials, that was just a story sequence in general that does really well. But if you had testimonials and results on that, it works even better, right? So that's like the testimonial side of things. Now, how do you actually keep clients, and how do you reduce refunds? So why people actually refund, right? It's really about the product. It's usually about the user, unless the product states that they're going to do something specific, or they get something specific in there. Like that's why they ask for a refund. with digital products, obviously, like everyone has consumer rights, where when they buy something, they have 14 days for a refund, I believe it is, something like that. Unless they've used a product or opened it or whatever, like digitally, right? So remember that, like if they've bought it and they haven't actually like looked at the product, like on Whop, you can see if they've watched the course and stuff, which is cool. But if they haven't watched it and they've just joined and then like 5 minutes later it's like this wasn't what I wanted, then that's fair enough. But 9 out of 10, that won't happen. And again, if your product's really good, people don't ask for refunds. The first 48 hours are everything. It's kind of like the buyer's remorse window. So the first 48 hours are everything. So if you're there checking in, everything right, it's really crucial. Over communication beats silence 100%. If you don't check in or you don't message, like it's just not going to go well, in my opinion, anyway. And those guys that just aren't going to sign on and stay as a client, they're probably just going to cancel, right? Check in before they check out, something to stick by. Just check in with them every single day, every single week when you can. Just have like a list, again, with the sales CRM that we built on Whop. Again, everyone that works with me one-to-one gets access to that anyway. You can just track who your clients are, when they joined, when they're renewing, everything. Also, build a community so they feel part of something, right? Then that reduce refunds because they feel like they're part of something. Make them feel seen and supported, not just a message like, hey, how are you doing? Actually message and say like, take time to realize what journey they're on, what product they're on, what their goals are, etc. And again, just set clear expectations up front so they know what they're getting. So like if you're not replying past 8 p.m. and you do one-to-one coaching and you message them at 10 p.m. and you haven't replied till the morning, like if you set that expectation up front, then they know what they're kind of getting. Quick wins early, so get them a result fast, and then obviously you can keep them on, which is cool. Ask for refund before they ask for a refund, so you could ask them for feedback a couple of days after they've purchased before they can ask for a refund. And have a save question script when someone wants out, right? So you can actually save them from like reducing the refund and stuff, and know when to let them go versus fight for it. So like if someone just keeps haggling you and your product was worth like I don't know £50, and it gets to the point where it's like, look, this just isn't worth it, and you just remove them and they've gone from your program, like that's fine. Again, I haven't really had to do that with anyone. Not that I can think of anyway, just for my DIY products. In terms of like higher ticket stuff, I wouldn't really ever refund just because it's like it comes with time, right? You put your own time into it. Like if you did a personal training or like you did a email marketing course or DIY service and or done with you service for like 2 weeks and then they ask for a refund, it's like, well, no, you can't really do that. But this is the next part I was talking about throughout the whole course, which is the most important part in my opinion, right? So we got upsells and increasing lifetime value, which is insane, like insane that you need to listen to this. To do this, and you'll build a consistent cash flow and online business, right? And I don't think anyone's ever thought of this example because I just thought it off the top of my head. I haven't got this from anyone. Think of Apple, right? We all know Apple, the iPhone, MacBook, etc. I've had one of their products since I was about 8 years old. Again, I'm like 22 years old now. I've had a product since I was 8 years old, right? I've had an iPod Shuffle, then an iPod Touch, then the iPad, then the iPhone, then the AirPods, the Apple Watch, and now I've got a MacBook, right? And I'm struggling to think what else they could release that I could probably buy in the future. So the lifetime value Apple have on me, if I had a new phone every year, again, I don't pay outright every single year on a new phone, but say I did, right? 997 for a new phone, roughly. If I did that for 50 years, they're getting £40,000 just from me. And that's just from solving problems and got a really cool product and it solves a problem and making good products. So how can you do this? How can you think of your brand and your products and you as Apple? One, stay trendy. Again, that's not 100% all you need to do because again, you could follow trends and it just dies down. Create new versions of your products. So update your products because your course might be outdated. For example, like it was 2 years ago, it might have changed and markets might have changed and stuff. And again, just create good products. Like if you create a good product, people are going to come back for more, right? So for example, if you had a £47 product and then a £27 product and a £37 product, you've got a £111 customer rather than just having one £47 product. But you could also have a free lead who watched your free course, then they've gone to the £47 product, then they've gone to the 197 product, and then they've actually turned into a 497 customer, right? And now they're worth 711. And if you don't have anything after that, that's fine, I suppose, because then you've got 711 rather than just having free products, free offers. You've 7 times the amount that they could be worth over time. So we just do it like a little times button. It's not the greatest, but yeah. But what should you actually upsell, right? So I would do products, software, consulting that allows them to reach the next level. So if they just joined like a DIY product of £47 to £97, you could upsell apps, software, coaching calls, VIP, higher tiers, etc. So for example, my products and my offering, this is just one funnel that I've got. I've got a £27 digital products AI coach, piece of software. I've then got a DIY course to create and sell digital products for £97. I've then got, if you're somebody watching this, by the way, you're probably in this section right here, just because simply you've just learned everything that I would teach in the £97 product. That's an awful arrow, but in this section, because you've basically just learned most of it. And then I've got a 697 at least done with you course and one coaching call every 2 weeks for 6 weeks offer. And then my done with you on a bigger scale is £2,000 for £2,000 at least for the 5-figure simplified course and group coaching calls with one-to-one calls for at least 3 months. So now a £27 customer that I started off with has now turned into 2918, and that's just one-off fees. This is without renewals as well. And yeah, don't just have a £27 sale and then never hear from them again, because again, you can take that customer and just turn them into more money and help them on a bigger period. So like this, yeah, they can help it do it. That can kind of do it for them and do it with them. This can do it. They can go and do it themselves with that. But if you want to do it with them and they want more help, then you've got these offers as well. As long as the first product is a great product, you will sell out every time, right? And that is the power of increasing customer value and how you can do that. We talked about a free community. I'm going to share how you can monetize that if you wanted to have a free community or even a paid community, or if you had a paid offer. But monetizing your community, right? There are loads of different ways that you can do that and ultimately give your users more way to learn further, rather than just like, yeah, buy the new product or buy this upsell. Then it'll just seem really obvious, right? The solutions count more, right? So when thinking of upsells and ways your community can learn further, just write down how they can learn quicker / get results quicker. So is it working by working one-to-one with you? Is it more course material? Is there an app that you've created that eliminates X problem? Because again, like if you need help building apps and software, me and Ben, we run an app agency where we built the sales CRM. We've got a guy on that basically wants to sell that to his clients as well. So you can take the app and go and use it for your own stuff as well, which is really cool. You can build anything basically. So if you need anything and you want an upsell for your, I don't know, you could be a fitness guy and you want a fitness AI calorie counter thing or whatever you want to do, we can build that and put it into your community as well. So then you have that upsell, which is really cool. But yeah, this is where the real money lays at night, right? So not just, yeah, let's upsell or a higher course. Why is this going to help the viewer more and advance their skills and decrease the pain? So if I was starting from scratch on Whop, right, and this is what I would do if I was running a community and I wanted to get to 100k, right? If I had a free community, this is, as I say, I don't do this, but if I was to do this, because I know a lot of people want to do that, I'd have a free community with loads of value in it, courses, everything, right? Then I'd have a £47 upsell, i.e. the next course, which could just be course or support group, one or the other. But again, you don't really want to be in there unless that's monthly. I would do support group if you're doing that monthly, by the way. But course, just £47 one off. Then you can have a 197 advanced course and next step. And then you could have a 497 coaching to work with you at least. Like that is like bare minimum at least to work with you. Get them client results, post on social media, and then repeat. And then just increase customer lifetime value. And you're going to get so many more customers. Because if you know the numbers, right? If your lifetime customer value, B2C, and this is B2C by the way, so DIY, I kind of do it business to customer, if you don't know what that is, but B2C, I would do DIY products for that, like rather than trying to sell your one-to-one stuff to everyone. You want to really nail down what your one-to-one clients are going to look like and be like and currently be doing and what their products and the problems are at, right? So for example, if you've clicked this video because you want to get to 30k per month, you're probably not a complete beginner and I don't know, you could be stuck at the 10k a month stage, 4k a month stage, and you want to scale further, right? You might be completely different. So what's your average customer worth over time? So your ladder might be £27, £97, £697, £2097. So that's like a 2,918 max lifetime value, right? But most people won't buy everything. So realistic lifetime value probably 150 to 300, roughly, right? Some people might just start with these two big ones. Some people might just go with this, and that's it. That's fair enough. But why this matters for how much you can spend to get a customer. So this is like paid advertising and stuff. So if you know your lifetime customer value, B2B, so you're done for you clients, higher ticket equals fewer clients needed, and they're retainers versus one-off projects. You can upsell into ongoing management support. So one business-to-business client can be worth 5 to 20k over time, like easily, and that's just from your done-for-you clients, right? And now, cost to acquire a customer. How much are you actually spending / time and money to get one sale? So organic content is free, but it costs you time. Paid ads, you can do it fast, but it costs money. So you want to be tracking where your buyers are actually coming from, and you can do that with Whop tracking links. And if your cost per acquisition, or your cost per acquisition is higher than your lifetime value, then you're losing money, in my opinion. Profit margins, revenue is vanity and profit is sanity. Subtract your platform fees. So Whop, I think they take like 2.7% as I'm recording this. Software, you might pay for some cool software to use, ads, and your time. Digital products, you've got high margin, it's 80 to 90% profit, done for you services, lower margin but higher ticket, and know your actual take home per sale, right? That is what I'd be doing if you were trying to figure out what your numbers are and scaling. So we're coming to the end of the course now, and I wanted to just cover these last few things. So automation and scaling, right? What to actually automate, when to stay small and grow, and managing high ticket clients on a CRM. Again, we talked about the CRM. You can do that via working one-to-one as well, and I can just literally upload that straight to your Whop dash, and you can track high ticket clients, which is really cool. But what to actually automate? The things that I like to automate is, so we created that Claude project for email marketing. I like doing that as well with a carousel coach, so I can basically pump out loads of carousels with a simple hook, audience problem, call to action, value, etc. Right? That's something I automate. I don't really automate a lot, to be fair, because most stuff I just record, post the content. Stuff in terms of automation, I suppose you could think of it as like you create something once and then it just works over and over again. So like onboarding sheets on Notion. I'm trying to think. I don't really pay for any other stuff. Like most of this is, as I say, like it's a one man business really, and it gets like 20, 30k months easily. Like, and to scale further than that, you can easily get to like 60, 70k with it. But I think you've got to pay for ads unless you've got a really high organic rate realistically. And without a team, it's like if you're doing sales calls, you're gonna have to be charging at like, I don't know, £10,000 per high ticket, which is fine, which is great, right? But in terms of scale, when to stay small and grow, just figure out what numbers you need to be comfortable with. So I don't know, if you want to be comfortable with 15k a month, and that means you can do X, Y, and Z, you probably can't fly business every single month or whatever. I don't know, whatever you want to do, but you need to understand what you want to do first, because that sort of determines what you do with this. So whether you have a team, whether you grow as a business, or you're comfortable just hitting the 20, 30k months, that's completely up to you. Mistakes I made when I actually first started out, and what I would do if I was starting again. The biggest thing that I like wasted time with, and what wasted my time was literally just trying to make everything perfect at the same time. Like if I was creating a product, I was making sure that it all looked nice. And it's like the real big thing is the info inside of it and the value inside of it and the marketing towards it. Like the product doesn't need to look amazing. It's the actual value in it and how you're going to help somebody that's in it. Is it going to get somebody a result? Second thing is comparing myself to others. When I first started, I saw these guys making like, I don't know, 300k a month. And I was like, right, I'm never going to be able to do this. I'm trying stuff. I can't even make £1,000 a month. But how am I going to do this? And comparing was just like crushing me, and I was just like, what is the point? I'm just going to give up. But I'm glad I didn't. But comparing yourself to others is just going to destroy your time, and it's just going to kill your time, because you're going to be looking at it thinking, I've done 3 weeks of this and I haven't got any sales, or I've been doing this for 6 months and I've only made £2,000. How come that guy's made 300k? It's like, but they've got a different reason to you why they're doing it. They've got a different why. They might have more. They might have spent more time on this. They might have created more content. They might have put more time into it, like I just said, but they might have just done more, right? And they might have just figured something out quicker than you, and that's fine, right? You don't need to worry about that. So if I was to start again, I would literally just focus on my own journey and just do it. Like whether that's content, whether that's create the product, whether that's test a new offer, test a new funnel, test a new marketing strategy, whatever it is, test new hooks, test new target audience, because it's not the actual right target audience. That's what I would do, right? And that sort of wraps up the course, right? And I wanted to leave this at the end. 5 Figures Simplified. That's how I help people one-to-one. You get instant access to my exact 30k per month strategy to scale your online business to 5 figures per month, the simplest way possible, with one-to-one personal coaching with myself. So done with you to get you to 5 figures per month at least. Coaching calls with myself weekly. No guessing or building on your own. There's actually group coaching calls as well weekly. No guessing or building on your own. Do it with myself, so I can basically fast track you there. It is a 4-figure investment at least, unless you're doing it monthly. It's just under. But you can book a call with me down below in the link in the description. There's no closes. The call will be with me by myself. Don't just book a call for a free coaching call, because again, it gets packed up, and my calendar gets packed up pretty quickly from TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, my main YouTube. Again, this is my business channel, but I can help you out. And yeah, that is the way that you can make. Oh, sorry. Thank you, and comment below what niche/business you're starting this with. But that is essentially my 30k per month digital products, consulting, online digital offers business, and how you can go do this yourself. So thank you very much for watching. And if you need anything, just drop me a message on my Instagram. I'll leave it in the link in the description, or just book a call with myself and I can basically do all this for you and map out your whole vision for you and with you, depending on what you need. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.